They've had as many as 13,000 here for a game at Baum-Walker Stadium. This facility opened back in 1996. At that time, it was an artificial turf playing surface, but they transitioned to natural grass back in 2004 when Dave Van Horn became the head coach, and they still use the natural surface today. But it is a great setting, one of the showcase stadiums in college baseball, and looking forward to a great weekend of action here in Fayetteville.
Trey Morgan going to lead it off. He'll stand in. Sophomore left-handed hitter, 326 against the breaking ball of Nolan. First delivery, he'll fire a strike for a fastball, with a fastball rather, and it's 0-1. Morgan with 10 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs on the year. Off-speed pitch misses low. Time of first pitch, by the way, 6:32 Central Time. 1-1 the count to Morgan. Pitch by Nolan, swung on, ground ball right at Robert Moore, the second baseman. Moore comes up, fires to first to Stovall, and that will retire Morgan. 1 down, and we are underway here at Baum Stadium. Caden Wallace, the third baseman for the Razorbacks. Jalen Battles at short. Robert Moore, the aforementioned, at second. Peyton Stovall at first base. Zach Gregory in left. Braden Webb in center. Chris Lanzilli in right field. Michael Turner completes the battery behind the plate, catching with Connor Nolan. That'll bring up Dylan Cruz. Cruz, a 346 hitter. The pitch from Nolan, off speed, misses low. 1-0.
Watching Trey Morgan run down the line on that ground ball, he is running better than he did last week. The knee seems to be better. He's still not 100% though.
Pitch to Cruz, catches the outside corner with the breaking ball, and it's 1-1.
Trey was wearing a big brace on that right knee to keep it stable.
Coach Johnson telling us earlier this week, Tigers suffering the regular near mid-season bumps and bruises as Cruz pops this one up. Jammed him on the hands. Coming in, Stovall, foul territory. The first baseman gets under it. It was a mile high, but he records out number 2. Cruz retired. Again, not mentioning injuries, just the fact that everybody was kind of battling some soreness coming into this weekend, but that's normal. And Trey Morgan, one of those competitors. We talked about him last weekend after coming up slow and really hurting himself in the first at bat on Friday night. Still stayed in, took every at bat, played at first base, and gutted it out. Just certainly wasn't up to the speed we're accustomed to. With 2 outs here in the top of the first, that'll bring up Jacob Berry. Berry batting .367. Again, a left-hander, and the first pitch called strike. Again, after opening up with a fastball to Morgan, it's now been a steady diet of breaking balls. No surprise there from Connor Nolan. And it's 0-1. The Tigers with 5 left-handers in the lineup tonight against the right-hander, who loves the breaking ball. The 0-1 is a fastball high and outside, and it's 1-1.
Unlike Mississippi State, Arkansas not employing a real shift against Berry, although Battles, the shortstop, is shaded toward the second base bag, and Moore, the second baseman, is in very shallow right field.
The 1-1 with 2 outs, and it's a foul ball. Back towards the on-deck circle, right side of home plate. Berry falls behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Nolan in SEC games has a 1.78 ERA. He's undefeated with a 3-0 record.
Nolan from the stretch brings the 1-2. Another foul ball, this time almost same spot. Just beyond the on-deck circle, just shy of the first base dugout of the Razorbacks. With 2 outs, again, another 1-2 pitch. This one, a line drive, and waiting on it, Robert Moore. He follows it with the glove and has it for out number 3. So the Tigers go in order here in the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down. Razorbacks come to the plate. It'll be their top of the order: Wallace, Slavens, and Lanzilli. When we come back, Mikhail Hilliard takes the mound for LSU. No score after a half inning here on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Played a half inning here. Quick start as LSU went 3 up, 3 down. Arkansas now comes to the plate. Fans are Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship healthcare partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake will create transformational change and impact for Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Leading things off for the Razorbacks will be the sophomore third baseman Caden Wallace, hitting .315 on the year. Wallace .467 when leading off the inning. Right-hander will stand in, and Mikhail Hilliard ready to work on the mound. The veteran right-hander looks in, winds, and fires, and misses high with a fastball, and it's 1-0. Tigers defensively, Jacob Berry at third, Jordan Thompson the shortstop, Kane Doty at second base, Trey Morgan at first, Josh Stevenson back-to-back starts. In left field, Dylan Cruz in center, Josh Pearson, his 5th straight start in right, and Hayden Travinsky behind the plate. Here's a strike from Hilliard to even it up. Another fastball on the outer half of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kale with 91 miles per hour on that fastball.
Had a really good outing last Friday in Game 1 against Mississippi State as the breaking ball in for a strike. Surprising, Caden Wallace didn't like the call, but nonetheless, Mikhail gets ahead 1-2. Gave up 10 hits on the night, but only 2 runs. Again, LSU able to come back with top of the 9th heroics, 2 outs to win that one 5-2. 1-2 to Wallace. Another breaking ball. A little tapper down the line at third. Could be trouble. Berry down the line, picks it up, but throws it away. Morgan couldn't get to it. It comes off the sidewall. Pearson will pick it up, but into second base is Caden Wallace on the throwing error by Berry. Again, I don't know if he gets Wallace on a good throw because he was playing behind the third base bag. It was a chopper in the grass that just slowly bounced. He came in about 6 feet, Bill, up the third base line, gloved it low, threw it off the mark. We'll see how they judge it, but I got to believe that may have been an infield single with a throwing error, allow him to get to second.
I think you're exactly right, and I'm sure both Jacob and Jay Johnson will say after the game that's one Jacob should have just put in his pocket. He really had no opportunity to get Wallace, who runs very well. He just holds on to it. It's just the runner's at first base, but now the Hogs are ready with a runner in scoring position.
So again, it is ruled an infield single. Wallace advancing to second base on the throwing error by Berry. And you heard Coach Jay Johnson in the Cajun Country Rice on Deck show said they had to value and protect the baseball, and they have an early errors. Hilliard going to turn and fake a throw back to second. Arkansas very aggressive, especially Wallace. 10 of 11 in stolen bases. Hilliard certainly has done his homework. Brady Slavins now will stand in, the DH. Left-handed hitter batting .276. He's got 6 home runs on the year, and here's a big swing, but a bouncer foul towards the first base dugout, and it's 0-1. Here at Baum Walker Stadium, 320 down the lines, left and right, 375 the power alley in left center. Straightaway center is 400, and it's 365 to the scoreboard in right center. Hilliard fires, and it just missed the outside corner. Fastball makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Jay Johnson saying, hey, it's not a small park by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a bandbox, but it certainly is a favorable to hitters park. Wallace again will take his lead off second. Hilliard will look back. Now the 1-1 to the plate. Misses low and inside. 2-1.
Especially favorable to left-handed hitters. Just 365 in that right center field alley and only 320 down the line, both in right and left field. Much bigger though in left center field at 375.
2-1 the count. Pitch is outside from Hilliard, off speed. That'll make it 3-1 now. Hitters count for the DH Slavins.
Slavins is Arkansas's top RPI producer. He has 32 on the year. He's actually tied with Caden Wallace, the leadoff hitter. They both each have 32 runs batted in this season.
Hilliard already under some pressure with a runner at second base here in the bottom of the first inning. The 3-1, the breaking ball over for a strike. That'll fill the count now to Slavins. 3-2.
This Arkansas club doesn't have huge offensive numbers. They're only 10th in the SEC in batting average at 285, but they do rank in the top half of the league in home runs with 49. Also 64 doubles for the Razorbacks.
Very similar when you look at the stat line offensively for Arkansas, as we saw last week for Mississippi State. Another team that uses the long ball, but overall offensively won't knock you over with their numbers. This one a foul ball down the first base line. Still 3-2 to Brady Slavens, the DH.
As we said, the Razorbacks are 10th in the SEC in team batting average, although they are 4th in runs scored, demonstrating that they are able to produce a lot of extra base hits.
Another payoff pitch up coming from Hilliard. He'll look back to second. Travinski sets up outside, and again another foul ball down the first base line, and it's still 3-2. And since the last time we visited here at Baum Walker, they got a new addition, Baseball Development Center. It now comes out from the grandstand down the way in right, back behind the right field wall. Again, houses the bullpen for the homestanding Razorbacks. The Tigers bullpen behind the left field wall. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of the first. Here's the 3-2, and it's sent back into the screen. Another foul off the bat of Slavens. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes.
First time the Tigers have played here in Fayetteville since 2019. Arkansas won that series 2-1. Of course, the teams didn't play in 2020. And last year in Baton Rouge, Arkansas also won the series. So the Razorbacks have a 2-series winning streak going against the Tigers. LSU's last series victory over Arkansas came back in 2018 in Baton Rouge.
Hilliard again will get the sign. The 3-2. The breaking ball called strike 3. Slavens worked fouled off pitch after pitch, but Hilliard comes back with that nasty curve and records the punch out. 1 gone here in the bottom of the first inning. That strikeout brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices.
That is a thing of beauty to watch the Mikhail Hilliard curveball. Throwing it on a full count after Slavens had fouled off several pitches. He freezes him at the plate for a big first out.
Shows you how much confidence the Mikhail Hilliard has earned for this coaching staff for LSU. Wallace still stands down at second. Now we'll see Chris Lanzilli, the right fielder, batting .324 on the year. First pitch high and inside. Breaking pitch not enough on it, and it's 1-0.
Kay Doty at second base, playing almost directly behind the bag as he's, in a sense, holding Wallace near that second base bag.
Lanzilli with a wide stance from the right side of the plate. Hilliard. Swing and a miss. Off speed, way out in front was Lanzilli. It's now 1-1.
Lanzilli is a grad transfer for the Razorbacks. His first season here at Arkansas. He transferred from Wake Forest and has found his way to the top of the Arkansas lineup.
The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses high and outside. 2-1 now the count.
Kale is having to throw a lot of pitches early in this game. Remember, he's pitching on 1 day short of rest, having started last Friday against Mississippi State.
Lanzilli again last year, his senior season, first senior season at Wake Forest. Started in all 47 games in the outfield for the Demon Deacons. Here's a swing and a miss. Chased one up in the zone. It's now 2-2. Finished a career batting average .298 at 42 career home runs, 46 doubles, 76 walks. 8th all time in home runs with those 42 in Wake Forest history. 2-2 the count. Runner at second. 1 down, bottom of the first, no score. Pitch from Hilliard, slammed and a base hit into center field. However, Wallace had to make sure that Thompson didn't make the line drive, so he went towards third. Stop, went back to second, and is only able to reach to third after that one falls into the center field grass. So Maybe a break there as Cruz able to handle it in shallow center. Not sure they would have sent the runner either way, but certainly didn't get the start they wanted. It will leave runners first and third on the corner here with one out.
You're right. When the ball left the bat of Lanzilli, Wallace immediately turned back towards second base, and he stumbled when he got his forward motion going again, so he had no chance to round third. Hogs, though, with a big threat, first and third, just one out.
That'll bring up Turner, the catcher, batting .333 in the cleanup spot. Another senior. 5 in the lineup tonight here for Dave Van Horn. Runners take their lead, and the off-speed pitch rides in high. Like Hilliard lost the grip on that one. And it's 1-0.
Turner having a very good offensive season for Arkansas. His overall average .333. His average with runners in scoring position also is .333.
Turner started his career at Kent State. Hails from Warren, Ohio. Left-handed hitter. Travinsky sets up outside, and the fastball down in the zone, swing and a miss. Hilliard evens up the count, 1-1.
Like LSU, Arkansas with 5 lefties in its lineup tonight.
Wallace at third. Lanzilli at first base. Still just one out. The 1-1. Off the end of the bat. Foul down the third base line. Out of play. Rotolo's foul ball. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Razorbacks making McHale work early in this ball game. This will be pitch number 22 in the first inning.
Turner, like Lanzilli, played 4 years at Kent State. Lanzilli at Wake Forest last year. Started in 25 games for the Flashes. This one going to be fouled back towards the first base dugout. And 1-2, Hilliard gets ahead in the count.
Kent State, they have an outstanding baseball program. LSU has faced Kent State before in the postseason in a regional in Baton Rouge back in the 90s. We also saw Kent State in a regional at UCLA back in 2010. Solid MAC program.
Runners again take their lead. First and third, 1 out, no score. The pitch to Turner. Breaking ball, ground ball to second. Doty comes up, fires to Thompson. The relay's in the dirt, gets away from Morgan. Coming in to score will be Wallace, and Arkansas takes a 1-0 lead. Turner will arrive safely on the fielder's choice. The Tigers desperately wanted to turn 2, but that ground ball not particularly smoked, and Doty had to move to his left and had a longer throw to the second base bag.
And Tigers perhaps had an opportunity to turn it, especially with the catcher Turner running, but Thompson just could not quite get enough on his throw. It skipped past Morgan, but the runner remains at first base. So the Hogs benefit from the error and score an unearned run.
So that'll bring Braden Webb to the plate in the first pitch from Hilliard. Breaking ball in the outside corner to make it 0-1. Webb, a .274 hitter, batting from the right side. Again, Turner on the errant throw, unable to advance. So as Bill mentioned, he's still at first base. And with 2 outs, the 0-1. Misses outside with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Webb already a graduate. He's a grad student here at Arkansas. Started his career at Grayson Community College as he fouls that one back into the screen. And Hilliard ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I want to clarify about the scoring. At the moment, Arkansas's run is unearned. Now, if Webb would get a base hit in this situation, then the run would turn out to be earned. But based upon the way the inning is played out right now, the run would be unearned.
The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. Sent in the air deep to center. Cruz going back. He'll stop shy of the track. He'll have it for out number 3. So Webb gave it a ride but stays within the park. And Arkansas is done here in the bottom of the first. However, they take the early lead. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on. 1-0 Razorbacks. Tigers come to the plate, bat for the second time tonight. Doty, Pearson, and Thompson due up when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Top of the second inning, Arkansas leading 1-0 here in game one of this three-game series in Fayetteville. Tigers give up a run, 2 hits. They did commit 1 error in the field, and that eventually was the first run of the game as Wallace got aboard on a throwing error. He eventually came in to score. Again, could have been a lot worse. Tigers just down by a run, and they'll come to bat for the second time here on the evening. Cade Doty will lead off the inning. Cade batting .359 on the year. Finished the weekend strong after a slow start in Starkville last week. First pitch from Nolan. Fastball misses high, and it's 1-0. They'll put in the shift here, will the Razorbacks. Wallace playing near the third base bag. Jalen Battles deep in the shortstop spot. Robert Moore left of second base. There's a strike to Doty. Fastball again from Nolan, and it's 1-1.
Doty finished the Mississippi State series with a flourish. He homered and doubled late in that game as Tigers ran away from the Bulldogs 13-3.
The 1-1. Strike on the inside corner again. Nolan this time. Dials it up to 94 and on the hands, and it's 1-2. Pitch from Nolan. Misses outside. They'll appeal down to first. He did not go around. Again, staying away was Doty. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Umpires, by the way, Jeff Head, a veteran, down at first. Scott Klein at second. Cedric Coleman at third. Mark Winters behind the plate calling balls and strikes. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Another fastball from Nolan at 94. Doty swings over the top, and he'll head to the dugout. 1 away here in the top of the second inning. Nolan with his first strikeout of the night. That'll bring up Josh Pearson, who had a tremendous weekend. Again, got his first SEC hits in game 2 against Mississippi State. And then on Sunday, got his first 2 home runs. Finished the weekend with 6 runs batted in. Again, was co-freshman of the week in the SEC. 95-mile-an-hour fastball in on the hands, called for a strike. It's 0-1 to Pearson.
We need to revisit the scouting report on Nolan.
There's a strike. Breaking ball at 85, and now it's 0-2. Yeah, I expected 90-91. Now all of a sudden 94-95.
Yeah,
now, I don't know if the gun is juiced a little bit, but certainly has changed from the top of the first. Here's a tapper and a bouncer to second. Coming over again, Robert Moore, and he will throw to first in time for out number 2. 4-3 ground out retires Pearson. That's the third play in the field we'd seen from Robert Moore early in this game. A couple of ground outs and a line out. And with 2 down, we'll see Jordan Thompson.
Number 13, Jordan Thompson.
Thompson, a .295 hitter. Tough weekend in Starkville. But coming into last weekend, Bill, Jordan had played very well at the plate in SEC games. See if we can get back on track here. Again, defense will shift to the left side of the infield with 3 left of second base. First pitch missing, 1-0.
Hey, you're exactly right about Thompson. Prior to last weekend, he had performed very well at the plate in conference games.
The 1-0, strike on the outside corner. Slider is good, and it's 1-1.
His numbers are still pretty good. He's hitting .289 now in league play with 4 doubles, 2 homers, 7 RBIs, and 9 runs.
The 1-1. Here's a ground ball to Hopper, handled by Battles, the shortstop. He'll set, fire to first, and that'll do it for LSU. And for the second straight inning, Connor Nolan and company send them 3 up and 3 down. 1-0 Arkansas leads. Razorbacks to the plate when we return. Bottom of the second coming your way on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Fans just like the winning lineup, Cintas has the all-star services for all your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. So get ready for the workday with Cintas. 1-0 Arkansas leads LSU. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first and second innings. Arkansas plating 1 run in the bottom half of the first. Robert Moore will lead things off, the second baseman, against Mikhail Hilliard, who will begin his second inning of work in the start tonight for LSU. Moore, a .239 hitter, another lefty. As Bill mentioned, both teams 5 left-handers in the lineup tonight. First pitch, he will slam towards the seats down the line in right, just beyond the protective screen. Appears everybody is okay, and it's 0-1 after the Rotolo's foul ball. Hilliard ready to work. The wind and the 0-1. Breaking ball missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Moore listed as a switch hitter on the Arkansas roster, so we may see him hit from the right side during the weekend. Of course, the only time would be if Riley Cooper takes the mound.
The 1-1. Just missed the outside corner again. Did Hilliard. It's now 2-1.
Moore, one of the veterans of the club that last year had a fantastic season but was upset in a super regional here by North Carolina State.
2-1 from Hilliard. Again, just missed off the outside corner. That'll make it 3-1 now to Moore.
Arkansas has been close to a national championship. They haven't won it yet, but Dave Van Horn has done a marvelous job here. They're 1 out away from winning it back in 2018, but Oregon State came back and won that title.
3-1 pitch from Hilliard. In the air, left center field. Again, Cruz coming over. He'll make the call and the catch for out number 1 as Moore retired. Yeah, that brings up a bad memory for a lot of Razorback fans, Bill.
Yeah, it's tough. That was
Tiger fans love it, though.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker. I remember watching that game, and Arkansas had won the first game of the championship series in Omaha over Oregon State. And Oregon State, we had firsthand knowledge of how good that team was because LSU had played them in a regional earlier in the year. But Arkansas was 1 out away in game 2, didn't catch a ball in foul territory, and the Beavers capitalized and eventually won it all.
Jalen Battles, the shortstop, stands in. Breaking ball from Hilliard. Get me over the curve, and it's 0-1.
And last year, the Arkansas team last year may have been even better than the 2018 team. But North Carolina State came in here and won 2 games.
The 0-1. Misses away, down in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike.
In fact, Jay Johnson said earlier this week he feels like Arkansas in the last 8 seasons has done the best recruiting of anyone in the country. He has a great deal of respect for Van Horn and his staff.
Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Battles comes out of his cleats, dances over the plate from left to right, and it's 1-2. Hilliard ahead in the count. Winds and delivers with 1 out, the 1-2, and just a little floating foul ball just beyond the first base dugout. Battles doesn't look like your prototypical shortstop. Stands 6'2", 210 pounds, hails from San Antonio, Texas, began his career at McLennan Community College. Again, the pitch missing from Hilliard off the outside corner, evens a count 2-2.
McHale's pitch count now at 37 here in the second inning.
With 1 out, the 2-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3, and Battles knew it. Again, with an even count, Hilliard relies on the looping curve to record his second punch out. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. Another strikeout brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. And for the first time tonight, we'll see Peyton Stovall. Left-handed hitter stands in. Freshman who hails from Louisiana. First pitch, swing and a miss. Chased it down in the zone. The fastball from Hilliard gets him ahead 0-1.
Stovall, a native of North Louisiana, up in the Shreveport area, Houghton, Louisiana. He played at Houghton High School.
The 0-1. Tapper down the first base line. Morgan will wait on it, pick it up, toss to Hilliard. Close play at first, but in time for out number 3. So Hilliard sends the Razorbacks down in order here in the bottom of the second inning. Hawks still lead 1-0. Tigers come to the plate, top of the third, when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network. As we move to the top of the third inning, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Braden Jobert, the DH, will lead things off for LSU. Takes a ground ball, stolen, and a spinning throw by Robert Moore at second base. Just before I said it would sneak through into right field, Moore moving quickly to his left, able to glove it, then spin and throw a perfect strike to Stovall. And Jobert retired, and immediately, Bill, I think the last weekend, Jobert robbed a couple of times after hitting the ball well. That may have been the hardest contact off of Nolan so far, but boy, Robert Moore with his fourth play in the field, recording 4 putouts at second base for the Razorbacks. That'll bring up Hayden Travinski, who swings and fouls off the first pitch out of play.
You're not going to see a better play by a second baseman than the one that Moore just executed. Basically a no-look throw to first base as he spun around.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. Travinski falls behind 0-2. Hayden batting .270. He's provided some offensive fireworks in replace of Alex Milazzo, still trying to get healthy. The 0-2 sails outside from Nolan. It's 1-2.
You know, right before Jobert's swing, I was about to say there's no one happier not to see a shift than Braden Jobert. Of course, he hits the ball well again, but Moore just made a great play.
The 1-2 sent foul down the line in right. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Rotolo's foul ball off the bat of Travinski.
It seemed like last weekend in Starkville, every time Jobert hit the ball hard, it was right into that Mississippi State shift. This time, it's just a great defensive play.
The 1-2 to Travinski, high and inside, will even the count 2-2. Fans, if you want a little fun, then play Sapphire Sevens from the lottery. You could win up to $20,000. Stop at any lottery retailer, pick up Sapphire Sevens today. For your chance to win, must be at least 21 to purchase. With 1 out, the 2-2 pitch and a little floater, and it'll bounce down the third base line. Foul ball, still 2-2.
Hayden Travinski, as we know, with a lot of power. This is a homer-friendly ballpark.
2-2 delivery. This one a ground ball, smoke, but right at Jalen Battles, the shortstop. He will throw across to Stovall to record out number 2. And again, this is the best fielding team in the SEC. I think coming into the weekend, just 17 errors committed so far.
Yeah, I think you're right. Their fielding percentage has been outstanding.
Now batting the left fielder, number 41, Josh Stevenson.
2 hard hit balls by the Tigers against Nolan in this inning, but nothing to show for it as a great defensive play, and then that ball was just hit right at Battles.
Now we'll see Josh Stevenson. Stevenson got the start in Sunday's game 3 last weekend. Had a good weekend defensively and at the plate. Laid down a beautiful bunt for a single. Got hit by a pitch there on Friday night in the top of the 9th, which got 2 runners aboard, eventually coming in to score to take the lead over Mississippi State. There's an off speed for a strike, make it 1-1.
Yeah, in fact, Arkansas has committed just 17 errors, a .985 fielding percentage, which is number 1 in the league. Battles, the shortstop, has only 2 errors all year.
The 1-1. Fastball in on the hands. Stevenson wisely stays back, and the count moves to 2-1. Coach Johnson saying on Sunday that it wasn't a question as to, well, who do you fill in? He basically said, I want Stevenson in left and Pearson in right. And right now, the 2 freshmen taking advantage of it. Here's the 2-1 off speed. On the inside corner, makes it 2-2.
Which also brings us to the condition of Gavin Dugas. Gavin got some good news this week, is that his thumb injury is not as serious as expected. However, we don't expect him to play this week, but maybe he'll be back next week.
2-2 to Stevenson off the end of the bat. Slow bouncer to first. Stovall will glove it, easily step on the bag for out number 3. And the Tigers now for 3 straight innings. Nolan has put them down in order. We now move to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Arkansas leads. They come to the plate after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network. 1-0 our score. Game 1 on this Thursday night from Fayetteville. Arkansas with the lead. Fans, this inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your Tiger tune-up. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. 1 run there in the bottom of the first inning after a costly fielding error by LSU. The difference in this game thus far is Zach Gregory comes to the plate. First time tonight, and Hilliard sets him up with a fastball on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Gregory, a .293 hitter. 4 home runs on the year, 13 runs batted in. Travinsky sets up outside of the left-handed hitter, and the pitch is low for ball 1.
Gregory also batting from the left side for Arkansas. Now, McHale's been good against left-handed hitters this year. They're hitting just .213 against him, whereas right-handers are batting .295.
Hilliard looks in, gets the sign. Right-hander will wind, and the 1-1 slapped in towards the dugout. First base foul. That got some Razorbacks off the railing quickly. And Hilliard ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gregory.
With the new baseball development center they built here in beyond the right field fence, that kind of shifted the structure a little bit. Arkansas now occupies the first base dugout, whereas from the time the stadium opened, Arkansas was always in the third base dugout. The Tigers are in the third base dugout tonight.
The 1-2 breaking ball drops in a little low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Also added a little balcony area up there just right of the foul pole, actually with some seats. So they added a few more seats up there as the development center rises beyond the right field wall. 2-2. Fastball just missed at the knees. Gregory will fill the count now, 3-2.
Good pitch that time by McHale. McHale doesn't show a lot of emotion on the mound, as we know, but you can tell by his body language he was a little frustrated with that call.
Usually means he'll take a little break, step off the rubber. That's kind of the indication he's a little frustrated. Payoff delivery high inside, just barely misses Gregory, and McHale will give up his first base on balls. So with nobody out here in the bottom of the third, Razorbacks have another runner aboard, and we flip the order. Caden Wallace, who got aboard. Again, it looked like it was ruled an infield single, but the throw from Barry got away from Morgan, threw it behind the first base bag, and that allowed Wallace to advance to second, eventually come in to score the lone run of the ball game so far. This time Barry going to play even with the third base bag. Thompson deep in the hole, it's short, and Cade Doty again keeping an eye on Gregory. 3 of 3 in stolen bases will shade to the right side of second base as Hilliard's going to toss over to Morgan. Back safely to the bag is Gregory. Arkansas may challenge LSU in stolen base attempts here this weekend. It's a team that, unlike many others in the league, doesn't mind getting out and running. Here's the breaking ball for a strike to set up Wallace 0-1.
That may have been one of the few downsides of the series last weekend, is that Mississippi State really executed its running game very well against the Tigers.
Hilliard checks the runner at first, and again will turn and throw over. Back safely again is Gregory. Expecting the sun to go down at 7:49 Central Time. The temperatures will begin to drop as well. We'll be under the lights here at Baum Walker. The 0-1. Off speed, swing and a miss. Travinsky throws down to first, and just getting back is Gregory, who extended his lead. It's 0-2 now at the plate to Wallace.
Unlike last weekend's Mississippi State series, just no wind to speak of at all right now, which makes it, even though the temperatures are going to get low tonight, it's fairly comfortable with no wind.
Yeah, last week the wind whipping and the temperatures in the upper to middle 40s made it very cold on Friday night. Here's another toss over, and again Gregory back safely.
Give you an idea about Arkansas's running game. They've stolen 33 times in 35 attempts. They've been thrown out just twice all season.
Gregory leads with 10 out of 11 stolen bases, but he's at the plate now battling an 0-2 count. Again, Hilliard going to turn and throw over to first, and not a very big lead by Gregory off the bag that time. Pitch way high and outside, making 1-2 now to Wallace.
McHale's pitch count now up into the 40s. Actually, this will be pitch number 50 for the right-hander.
Gregory again with the lead, got the leadoff walk. He's down at first, and again Hilliard going to throw over. Haven't really seen an indication as to Gregory leaning towards second base as of yet. Again, with Wallace at the plate, batting .320, although he's got 3 stolen bases, it may not be the situation Coach Van Horn's looking for. We'll wait and see. Still just a 1-2 count to Wallace at the plate. Hilliard comes set from the stretch and to the plate. The breaking ball lifted high in the air to center field. Dylan Cruz having to run. He gets to the track. He has room. He'll make the grab. And retreating back to first will be Gregory. Again, good knock off the bat of Wallace. Deepest part of the park. Cruz has room to record out number 1.
Ball hit very well by Caden Wallace. He has 5 homers on the year. When it left the bat, looked like they had a pretty good chance. But as you said, to the deepest part of the park. Cruz was shaded over into right center field. He sprinted to his right, made a nice play.
So now we'll see Brady Slavins. Slavins caught looking by Hilliard his first time up back in the first inning. Hilliard comes with a fastball and a swing and a miss. Fastball we saw 90 early, but now sitting around 86, 88 miles an hour from Hilliard. Again, on a day short of rest with this Thursday night game 1. But a good mix of pitches so far for Hilliard. He's given up just 2 hits, and of course that unearned run. This one misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
First of 2 straight weekends in which the Tigers will play Thursday through Saturday. LSU also will play a Thursday-Saturday series next weekend at home against Missouri.
Seems like forever since we've been
it
at
has
the
been
box.
it literally has.
The game was postponed earlier this week due to weather. Midweek with Lamar. Here's a throw over, and again Hilliard trying to keep Gregory close to the first base bag. We were joking before going on the air tonight. It really seems like we've been on the road for over a week.
This seems like one long road trip that began last weekend in Starkville and continues here in Fayetteville.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a 1-0 Arkansas lead. Pitch to Slavins. Swing and a miss. Chased it up in the zone. It's 1-2.
In fact, when the Tigers play host to ULL on Tuesday night at the box in the annual Wally Pontiff Junior Baseball Classic game, it'll be a full 2 weeks since the Tigers have played at home. So I know fans and players alike will look forward to returning to the home ball yard.
Should be another great game on Tuesday. Just a reminder, if you haven't gotten tickets, you can do so for Tuesday night. Raging Cajuns and Tigers at the box. Go to lsutix.net. 1 out and a runner at first. Hilliard looks in. Slavins, the left-hander, awaits, and the pitch a little low. Got away from Travinsky. He'll track it down quickly. And now 2-2 the count to the designated hitter for the Razorbacks. Again, the grandstands have filled in fairly nicely here. A few more people than right at first pitch. Not a capacity crowd, but again, they'll be plenty loud enough unless the Tigers can keep the Razorbacks offense at bay. 1 out and another turn, throw to first. Tag applied by Morgan, but back safely is Gregory.
Slavins coming into tonight's game batting and even 200 in SEC games.
Two-two pitch. The breaking ball just missed from the outside corner. Maybe let her high. That'll fill the count 3-2.
Mark Winters pretty stingy so far with his strike zone early in this game.
Pitch number 56 for Hilliard comes up. Runner goes, and it's a foul. Tapper down the first base line. That'll bring Gregory back to first. Dave Van Horn also, as well as this team has stolen bases this year, also a big proponent of hit and run. That time they tried to get it going with Slavens and Gregory. Gregory will extend his lead, now 3.5 steps. Almost in a starting position as a track runner. He was facing the second base bag, and Hilliard noticed and threw over to first to get him back.
He stands with sort of I guess you'd call it an open stance. If you were at the plate, he sort of stands with an open stance as he tilts his body toward the mound.
Yeah, he's got that right foot pointed towards second base. He's off and running. The 3-2 again sent back foul to the backstop. Still a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Fans get low rate long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer and test drive a Kubota today. 3-2 the count. 1 out. Bottom of the third. Arkansas leading 1-0. Again, Gregory off and running. The pitch is outside. It's ball 4. Second walk given up by Hilliard. And eventually, Slavens wins the battle. He'll head down to first. Runners now first and second base with just 1 out. And we'll see Lanzilli, the right fielder.
Time for a quick SEC scoreboard update. It's presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning in Athens. Texas A&M leads Georgia 7-1. Top of the 5th in Columbia, Ole Miss leads South Carolina 7-0. Top of the 1st at Columbia, Missouri, no score between Kentucky and Missouri. Top of the 2nd inning in Starkville, Mississippi State leads Auburn 2-0.
So before we'll see Lanzilli get a first pitch offer, Jay Johnson going to call for time, go out, bring the infield in, talk it over with Mikhail Hilliard, again that pitch count rising. Also going over some strategy with the LSU defense. Again, already 1 error in today's game, allowing eventually a run to score. Home plate umpire Mark Winters on the way out there to break up the meeting now. I joked with Coach Johnson Monday night during his radio show. I said, well, if you think the folks at Mississippi State love mound meetings, you'll have a blast at Baum Stadium.
Right.
Of course, the first time out, they're going to call the Hogs.
Yeah, they've been kind to Jay so far in this first meeting, but as the weekend, now they're getting upset. Now they're getting impatient. Yeah. But, Jay has done this quite often during the year. If a pitcher seems to be struggling early, he'll come out early in the game and talk to him and just settle him down a little bit. We saw him do it last week on Sunday with Sam Dutton, and after he talked to Dutton, Sam retired the next 2 batters with 3 pitches. So we'll see if Mikhail can have similar success.
I asked Coach Monday night, I said, I don't know if I'm wrong, but it seemed to me that each mound visit throughout the weekend, you went slower and slower. He just looked at me and smiled. Lanzilli will stand in. Runners first and second, still just 1 out. Tigers trying to keep it a 1-0 Arkansas lead. Breaking ball, inside corner called strike from Hilliard. It's 0-1. Lanzilli with the base hit. Back in the first inning, he was left stranded at first base. But he's got Gregory with speed down at second. Slavens on the walk takes a lead off of first. Hilliard, the 0-1. Breaking ball, jammed him, popped up center field. Again, Cruz settling back now a couple of steps in, and the Tiger center fielder has it. Gregory thought about tagging up, but boy, Cruz whipped it in there quickly to Jordan Thompson. That'll keep the runners first and second, and a big second out for Mikhail Hilliard on the fly ball out off the bat of Lanzilla.
And a great job by Cruz making the catch and firing it in quickly to his cutoff man Thompson. You could tell Gregory was upset because he thought he had a great chance to tag in advance, but he decided not to test the arm of Cruz.
So we'll see Michael Turner. Turner picked up the RBI, beating out a double play attempt on a fielder's choice. He arrived safely at first. Two outs, runners first and second. Hilliard looks back to second, now to the plate. Breaking ball, missing just a bit high. Looked pretty good from our vantage point. Again, we're a little lower near the field than most of the venues in the SEC. Again, not a very deep grandstand behind home plate, but again, looked pretty good for me, but I'm not the umpire, so it doesn't matter. Here's the 1-0. Fastball gets away from Travinski. Comes off the backstop, but the runners will advance to second and third. So Arkansas now will continue to apply pressure with two outs.
Looked like a pitch that Hayden was not expecting. Was
Yeah.
a fastball, just went right past him. Obviously, Travinski expecting a breaking pitch there.
Yeah, obviously got crossed up.
They're going to go ahead and walk Turner intentionally.
So the intentional walk will load the bases with two outs. That'll bring to the plate Braden Webb, senior right-handed hitting center fielder for the Razorbacks.
Now, in his first at bat, Webb really put a good swing on a McHale pitch and hit it to the deepest part of the park. You'll have to be careful with this guy.
Again with the right-handed hitter. They'll have Barry back deep, well behind the third base bag. Thompson deep in the hole at short. Doty again shaded, but not quite all the way to second base. First delivery, off speed, misses low and inside for ball one. Cruz shaded a little towards left center field. Stevenson playing deep in left. Two outs and a 1-0 count. Hilliard's 1-0 delivery. Called strike with a breaking ball. 1-1. With the bases loaded and two outs. The 1-1. Skips off the top of the plate. Travinski blocks it up. It's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Braden Webb.
On the year, Webb hitting .240 with runners in scoring position. With the bases loaded this year, he's 2 for 5.
Gregory at third, Stevens at second base, Turner at first. The 2-1 from Hilliard, way outside, make it 3-1. And now it's danger zone time if you're Mikhail Hilliard. No place to put him. Webb with a 3-1 count.
Gale trying to avoid his 4th walk of the inning, but man, what a tough spot. 3-1 count to the Arkansas leading home run hitter.
The 3-1. Way up top, gets away from Travinski off the top of his mitt, doesn't matter. With the bases loaded and another walk, that will bring in Gregory to score, and it's now 2-0 Arkansas. And that free base war that Coach Jay Johnson talks about on a daily basis have hurt the Tigers, giving the Razorbacks a 2-0 lead. An error in the first inning allowed Wallace to come around and score, and now, as Bill mentioned, Mikhail Hilliard, 4 walks, all coming here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And with the bases loaded, he brings in a run on another base on balls. Now a left-hander and Robert Moore to the plate, the second baseman, with 2 outs. Still the bases juiced up. Travinski goes out, visits with Hilliard quickly to make sure they're on the same page. Maybe a little pep talk as well, as Moore flew out his first time up. Again, took a ball just shy of the track in center field. So again, with the bases loaded, still 2 outs, Hilliard fires a fastball, and it's there for a strike to make it 0-1.
And Hayden Travinski is a very vocal guy. He's great at communicating with the pitchers. He's very cerebral and does a super job in working with them. So I'm sure he had some strong words from McHale to help him out.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled off the bat and off the foot of Robert Moore. It'll roll out in front of home plate, but Hilliard gets ahead 0-2. Felt good today. I came out, went for a walk. Again, once it warmed up a little bit.
Right.
Came back to the hotel. Hayden and I were coming to the elevator at the same time, and I got in. He said, "What floor?" I said, "I feel bad. Honestly, it's the 2nd floor. I should walk up." He said, "No problem. I should too." We both got off on the 2nd floor. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Fastball in the dirt. Travinski has to track it down. It got away from him right of home plate. But everybody stays put. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Moore. The Tigers desperately need to get to the dugout. Pitch count rising for Hilliard here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's had to labor quite a bit on the mound here. Again, Arkansas with a run without a single hit. There's been 4 walks, including an intentional walk to load the bases. Here's the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, fouled out of play. Another Rotolo's foul ball. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, Morris had pretty good success with runners in scoring position. He's hitting .286 in this type of situation. With the bases loaded, he is 1 for 5 on the year.
Here's the 1-2. Foul tap. Chased it down in the zone. Stays alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
No activity in the LSU bullpen as Coach Johnson and Coach Kelly hoping that McHale can get out of this right now. He's thrown 72 pitches.
Again, 2 runs, but just 2 hits by Arkansas so far tonight. No hits with a run scored so far in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, bases loaded with 2 outs. The 1-2 line drive. Doty drops to a knee and has it at second base for out number 3. Boy, there was a lot of wiggle on that one off the bat. Doty able to find it with the glove and finally end it for Arkansas. They get 1 run. They do it on no hits. They leave 3 men on. They extend their lead 2-0 over LSU. Fighting Tigers looking for their first hit against Connor Nolan. Will they get it? Stay with us. We'll find out as we head to the top of the 4th here on the LSU Sports Radio Network. It's a 2-0 Arkansas lead as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Tigers hitless so far. In fact, the first 3 innings, 3 up and 3 down. They'll try to change that here as the top of the order. Nolan will face the LSU lineup for the 2nd time here in tonight's game. Trey Morgan will have the honors. He grounds it out to the second baseman Robert Moore in the first at bat of the night's game. First delivery from Nolan misses low, and it's 1-0. Tiger fans, remember StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. You can check the virtual view, score your seats, and get your tickets delivered instantly. The 1-0, low and inside, make it 2-0 to Trey Morgan. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there.
Well, Connor Nolan just cruised through the first time through the LSU order.
This one hit foul down the line, catches the screen above the third base dugout. 2-1 to Morgan.
He threw just 35 pitches through the first 3 innings, retiring 9 consecutive batters. Hopefully the Tigers will fare better the second time around.
Morgan awaits, and the 2-1 pitch. Off speed, misses high, and that'll make it 3-1. Morgan with 2 home runs on the year. Waits on the 3-1 pitch, and it's high for ball 4. And Connor Nolan is human. Gets up his first base on balls, and the Tigers get their first base runner of the night. To lead things off here in the top of the 4th inning, we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz sent a fly ball into foul territory, a mile high, but down the first base line. It was handled by Peyton Stovall, his first at bat of the night.
Just the 5th walk issued in SEC play by Nolan. 5 walks now in 28 and 3rd innings.
Arkansas with a semi-defensive shift. Again, Moore playing just right of second base. Cruz certainly has the ability to go opposite field. The first pitch from Nolan, a called strike, and it's 0-1. That's the other advantage that Dylan may have this weekend, Bill, is the fact that he has power going oppo. And the shortest porch in this ballpark is right field, right center field.
You're exactly right. You've seen him do it several times this year, including last weekend at Mississippi State.
Here's a quick turn by Nolan. He'll fire it over to first as Morgan had a decent lead. Again, not sure he's quite 100% with the speed. He did look better as we saw him run down the first baseline in the first inning, but see how big a lead he takes here. 2.5 steps now as he gets into a runner's stance. Here's the 0-1 to the plate, and Cruz sends it back into the screen. A Rotolo's foul ball, and he falls behind in the count. 0-2. Haven't heard the organ tonight. Maybe they don't bring the organ until Friday. I saw it downstairs.
It was
stored down there.
Heard it during pregame.
Ah.
I've not heard it during the game. You're right.
The 0-2 in the air, but foul down the line in right. Got plenty of that, but just didn't line it up. Still 0-2 the count. Typically, the organ player here at Baum-Walker Stadium is 2 hour left here in the press box. And they're usually tickling the ivories all night long, but not tonight. May save that up for Friday night. Another quick snap throw. Good move by Nolan, but again, Morgan had just gotten to his lead when he had to jump back to the bag.
Dylan Cruz, as we would expect, having a very strong offensive year. He's 3rd in the SEC in RBIs, also 3rd in the league in runs scored.
Behind in the count, 0-2. Nolan to the plate. Stays away from this breaking ball that misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Dylan is number 1 in the SEC in triples. He has 4 triples on the year. He's 5th in total bases, 6th in base hits. He is 9th in slugging percentage.
Got those 4 triples early in the season. Thought he was well on his way maybe to challenge Todd Walker for the season record. Still plenty of time. This one misses outside, evens the count 2-2.
Had a good weekend against Mississippi State. He was 5 for 13. He doubled twice. He homered, drove in 5 runs.
Morgan at first. Nobody out, top of the 4th. LSU trailing Arkansas 2-0. The 2-2 swing and a miss. This time he chased the breaking ball down and away. Cruz down on strikes. Nolan records another punch out, just his 2nd of the night. And with 1 down, we'll see Jacob Berry.
Nice pitch that time by Nolan, getting Dillon to chase on the outside portion of the plate. Now Jacob Berry has an opportunity to advance the base runner.
LSU, of course, some great baseball players over the years. And now you look at what those former Tigers are doing. And two of my favorites, obviously, Ben McDonald on the SEC network, part of the Baltimore Orioles broadcast team as well. First pitch to Berry and a bouncer foul down the first base line. Enjoyed last weekend watching a game in Knoxville with the aforementioned Todd Walker, who does, I think, a tremendous job.
He really does.
In a color analyst role for the SEC network.
Yeah, even as a kid, as a player here at LSU, Todd was always very media friendly. And he's carried that over to his broadcasting career.
One out, runner on. The 0-1. Berry stays away, doesn't matter, called strike. Fastball from Noland at 92. And Berry falls behind 0-2. I was laughing. Todd was talking about how he really loves doing games now remotely. He was on his couch.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Calling the game in Knoxville, where I think the temperature was pretty cool last weekend in that Missouri-Tennessee series. Here's the 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Down in the zone. Berry couldn't find it. Got fooled. Noland now with his third strikeout, and there's two gone. And the Tigers desperately not trying to waste the leadoff runner aboard on by way of walk to Morgan. And it will be up to Cade Doty here with two down, trailing 2-0 to Arkansas. First delivery. Outside, Cade stays away, and it's 1-0. And lest I forget the great job Doug Thompson and Buzzy Heidel also do.
That's right.
As
other
color analysts
absolutely.
On broadcast. So.
Also former Tigers who have moved into broadcasting roles. Absolutely.
Here's the 1-0. Missing away, and again a good eye. The fastball off the mark from Noland, make it 2-0.
Noland on the year now has 63 strikeouts. He entered the weekend fourth in the league in strikeouts.
Two outs, runner at first. The 2-0 down the middle for a strike, make it 2-1.
In fact, we've already seen the two guys immediately in front of him in the SEC strikeout category. Hunter Barco of Florida is third with 65. Preston Johnson of Mississippi State is second with 67. The strikeouts leader is Chase Dollander of Tennessee. He has 70.
The 2-1 and a half-hearted swing. Again, the breaking ball got him to bite. Doty now with a 2-2 count. By the way, Arkansas again employing the defensive shift left side of the infield. Nothing but wide open spaces to the right side between first and second. But now, more importantly, with two outs and a runner on, it's a 2-2 count. The pitch. Called strike three on the inside corner at the belt. And Connor Noland, after giving up the leadoff walk, comes back, finds the punch outs, and retires LSU in the top of the fourth inning. They get no runs, no hits, and one man left on. We move now to the bottom of the fourth in Fayetteville. Arkansas leading 2-0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Baum-Walker Stadium on a Thursday night. Game one of a 3-game series. LSU trailing Arkansas here in game one, 2-0. As the Razorbacks come to the plate, battles to lead it off for the Hogs. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. Mikhail Hilliard back out there, starts his 4th inning of work on the mound, and an off-speed delivery way out in front of his Battles, who gave it everything he had in that swing, but comes up empty, and it's 0-1.
This will be pitch number 75 for Mikhail.
We did see personnel from LSU head down to the bullpen. We'll get you a name as soon as someone starts tossing. Here's the breaking ball again, able to get it over the plate, and Hilliard jumps ahead 0-2. Battles was caught looking by Hilliard, his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Hilliard in the driver's seat here. The right-hander winds. The 0-2. Jammed him up, and a foul ball just over the screen above the first base dugout, and a nice one-handed grab by a Razorback fan.
Checking out the LSU bullpen in left field. There are a couple of relievers down there still with jackets on, though, and they're not throwing as of yet.
The 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball hard in the dirt. Got to wait from Travinsky. Make it 1-2. Looking for the hard curve to elicit a swing, but unfortunately that one about 3 feet out in front of home plate. When it took a nosedive, Battles not fooled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers with a semi-shift defensively to the left side of the infield with a right-handed hitter. The 1-2. Half-hearted swing, but he went around, and Battles for the 2nd time tonight, a strikeout victim to Mikhail Hilliard. That's strikeout number 3 for the Tigers starter. Brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. So a good way to start out the bottom half of the 4th inning. Again with that pitch count rising. 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Bill. So far 0 for on the night. If Mikhail's only going to pitch 4 full innings, this would be the way to do it. Maybe even giving some life into the bottom of the 5th if he can retire them early. Bunt attempt, and it's fouled off by Stovall to make it 0-1.
You're right. If he can avoid allowing Arkansas to turn its lineup over and get back to the top with Wallace, that would be a big win for the Tigers. Keeping this deficit at just 2 runs when it feels like Arkansas should be way ahead.
Absolutely. 2 runs on 2 hits.
Mikhail, as he always does, such a fighter, such a battler, and he always keeps the Tigers within range.
I mean, if you look at last week's performance, gave up 10 hits but only 2 runs to Mississippi State. Again showing bunt, pulling it back is Stovall. The pitch drops in low and outside for ball 1. I even had to do a double take on Monday preparing for Jay's show. I thought, did he give up 10 hits? And indeed he did. Now they're going to move Berry just beyond the infield cut. They have the shift on 3 infielders right of second base, but Stovall going to swing and come up empty. Falls behind 1-2. Now they'll send Berry back to play basically the shortstop position as they have Thompson right of second, Doty deep at second base, and Morgan hugging the line behind the first base bag. 1 out and a 1-2 count. So it looks like Dave Van Horn calls off the bunt, and Stovall swinging, and he rips one to right field, but right at Pearson. A couple of steps on the track. That ball died quickly. Gravity doing its job, and that records out number 2 on the fly out by Stovall. So again, quick work to get 2 outs. Now Hilliard's got to find the 3rd out, get back in the dugout, and it will be Gregory at the bottom of the order, who got a board on a walk and eventually came to score the 2nd run of the ball game back in the 3rd inning. Gregory, a left-handed hitter. And time called as home plate umpire Mark Winters giving him the timeout. Now he sets the pitch clock, and Gregory will stand back in. First delivery and a swing and a miss. Breaking ball from Hilliard off speed. And it's 0-1. Fans, Super One Foods has super low prices on all your game day favorites. So up your grocery game and score big with Super One Foods. Tiger offense looking to wake up here in Washington County. They trailed 2-0, but they've got to find the third out here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1. Fastball inside and going around is Gregory. Lost his footing. Not sure he completely wanted to take a swing, but again kind of stepped awkwardly as he loaded up the bat and took the step forward. And Hilliard will take it. It's 0-2. Gregory a little gimpy as well. Maybe turned on that ankle a little bit. He'll dig back in from the left side. 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Big pitch upcoming here for Hilliard. Looking for the out pitch to finish the Razorbacks here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. That's it. Hilliard with an excellent effort in the bottom of the fourth inning retires the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in a row, including 2 punch-outs. That'll do it for the Razorbacks. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. We go now to the top of the 5th inning. Tigers looking for their first hit against Connor Nolan. Back after this as Arkansas leads 2-0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Tigers hitless through 4 innings. Josh Pearson going to lead it off against Connor Nolan, who has been spectacular here for the Razorbacks. First delivery missing low to Pearson. And it's 1-0. Josh in his first at bat. Grounds out to Robert Moore, the second baseman. The 1-0. Strike on the inside corner, make it 1-1.
Just 55 pitches for Connor Nolan through the first 4 innings.
4 strikeouts, 1 walk given up. Here's a swing and a miss. Brings the fastball right by Pearson, 1-2.
Man, he's so far, he's just doing a brilliant job of changing speeds. Fastball, 93 miles per hour there.
Working quickly, the 1-2. Down in the dirt, blocked up by Michael Turner, the Razorback catcher. Now 2-2 to Pearson.
Our scoreboard update is presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. Tiger Park in Baton Rouge, the site of LSU South Carolina softball tonight. Tigers lead Carolina 4-0 heading into the 7th inning.
2-2 to Pearson. Fouled back into the screen. Another Rotolo's foul ball keeps the count 2-2.
Quick look at SEC baseball. Top of the 8th inning. Texas A&M looking for a Game 1 win in Athens. The Aggies lead Georgia 8-1. Ole Miss leads South Carolina 7-0.
2-2. A little foul ball bouncer down the first base line. Still 2-2 to Josh Pearson.
7-0 Ole Miss over South Carolina in Columbia. That's top of the 7th inning. Top of the 4th in Columbia, Missouri. Kentucky 5-run fourth inning. The Cats lead Missouri 7-3.
Nolan, the 2-2. Hit in the air, left center field. Coming in, Braden Webb. The center fielder calls for it. He'll have it. Pearson retired, one away. That will bring Jordan Thompson to the plate. Get some words of encouragement from Braden Jobert as he now heads in.
And one final SEC baseball score to give you in Starkville. Mississippi State, after being swept by the Tigers of LSU last weekend, tonight they lead the Tigers of Auburn. It's 3-1 Bulldogs over Auburn in the bottom of the third inning.
First delivery to Thompson, high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Thompson grounded out to Jalen Battles, the shortstop. As again, the Razorbacks will put on the defensive shift. 3 infielders left of second base, and the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball from Connor Nolan makes it 1-1. Nolan working quickly. The 1-1. Missed inside at the hands with a fastball. That's not going to please the Razorback fans. It's now 2-1. Two-one delivery. Jammed him. Popped up. Shallow right field coming in. Lazilli, and he will have it for out number 2. Lanzilli records the out. And that will bring Braden Jobert, who may have the best contact off Nolan tonight, but a spectacular play by Robert Moore at second base robbed him of a sure single to right field.
14 of 15 batters now retired by Connor Noland.
Jobert certainly the potential for power. 10 home runs, 7 doubles on the year. First delivery. Missed the outside corner. Still a fairly tight strike zone from home plate umpire Mark Winters, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses low. They appeal down to third. Cedric Coleman says no. Jobert did not go around. It's now 2 balls, no strikes. This umpiring crew really getting under the skin of a couple of Razorback fans. What do you know? With 2 outs, the 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball by Nolan again has been 93. We've seen 95, 94.
Yeah, the scouting report said 88 to 92 with this fastball, but man, he's been throwing it harder tonight.
Here's the 2-1 to Jobert. Swing and a miss. Chase that one down low. It's 2-2.
Then he comes back with that off-speed pitch. Again, just at this point, he's had the Tigers off balance.
Inside the dugout, presented by National Trent Safety. Jay Johnson told us before the game the Tigers have to lay off the breaking balls. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3 at the letters. Jobert down on strikes, and Nolan continues his dominance for Arkansas. No runs, no hits, nobody on base for LSU. We have played 4.5. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Razorbacks lead 2-0 here on the LSU Sports Radio Network. 2-0 Arkansas leads here in game one from Fayetteville. Fans, TJ Ribs, the official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics, proudly serving the greater Baton Rouge area. Their famous barbecue since 1986. TJ Ribs, the reason for ribs. Caden Wallace, atop the order, will lead things off in the bottom of the fifth inning. Arkansas leading 2-0. They've got 2 runs on just 2 hits tonight off Mikhail Hilliard. Hilliard back out there to start his fifth inning and delivers the first pitch low and inside with a breaking ball. 1-0 the count. Wallace tonight, base hit, came around to score in the first, flying out to Dylan Cruz in center field back in the third. Hilliard, the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Missed with the bat as Wallace. It's 1-1.
Mikhail Hilliard out for his 5th inning of work. Again, has battled some control issues, but still has allowed just 2 runs on 2 hits and kept the Tigers in this game. He's so valuable the more outs he's able to record.
The 1-1. Jammed him again. Fly ball to shallow left field. Going out will be Jordan Thompson. About 15 feet on the left field grass. He'll have it for out number 1. Again, the story of the game's been Connor Nolan, the starter for Arkansas. So far, has not given up a single hit to LSU. In fact, what is it, Bill? 15 of 16?
Right, 15 of 16 now.
Batter's retired. Giving up 1 walk. Designated hitter Brady Slavens, a left-hander, stands in. Caught looking in the first. A walk left stranded at third base in the third frame. Hilliard fires, showing bunt, pitches inside, gets away from Travinsky. And it's 1-0.
Tigers with the shift against Slavens. Barry is the only infielder on the left side. Thompson's playing to the right of second base.
Now they'll bring Barry in, who is playing deep in the 6th hole. He'll play just off the infield cut now at third base after Slavens showed bunt. Here's the 1-0. Looking to swing, and there's a pitch for a strike. 1-1. Now Jacob Berry will look again to the dugout. They'll keep him right there, just off the grass, third base way. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, bouncer, foul, first base side. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network. Along with our producer, Alondra Villarreal, in the Capital One studio, Bill Franquez along with Chris Blair here at Baum Walker Stadium. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Arkansas leading 2-0. Hogs bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-2 pitch from Hilliard misses low to Slavens, and it's 2-2.
Well, last weekend, Mikhail went 6 innings, and though he was not involved in the final decision, those 6 innings were so huge because it helped LSU have as many fresh arms available for the entirety of the weekend.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch from Hilliard. Hammered to right field. Pierce coming over. It'll take a bounce. 3rd hit of the night for Arkansas, and the 1-out single off the bat of Slavens has a runner aboard for the Razorbacks. Now we see activity start to move a little bit down in the left field bullpen for LSU. Again, that pitch count rising. Again, only the 3rd hit. And with 1 out, we'll see Chris Lanzilli, the right fielder.
92 pitches now for Mikhail.
Slavens with a lead off first. The breaking ball still there for Hilliard. Over the plate for a strike, 0-1.
All right, the first reliever to take off his jacket appears to be Garrett Edwards. We'll make sure we get a positive ID there. Yeah, right-hander Garrett Edwards now warming for the Tigers.
Lanzilli sits up in the box from the right side. The 0-1 hammered high and deep to left field, and this one is foul. Off the bat, looked dangerous. Just a long foul fly ball. Makes it 0-2 to Lanzilli.
That looked like it was going to be a 2-run dinger for Lanzilli. Fortunately, it hooks beyond the foul pole, and now Hilliard's ahead in the count.
Runner at first, 1 out, 2-0 Arkansas leads. Slavens with a 1-out single to right field stands at first base. Lanzilli at the plate. Hilliard comes set. Here's the 0-2. Way upstairs. Misses for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Lanzilli's averaged .327 on the year. Had a base hit back in the first. Takes a swing and fouls it back out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, runner at first. 2-0 Arkansas leads, and now Lanzilli going to call for time and step out.
Slavens over at first base does not appear to be a candidate for a straight steal. He has not attempted one this year. And as we said earlier, the Hogs do like to hit and run.
Here's the 1-2. This one hit a mile high and deep to left center field. Cruz going back, and at the wall, he's got it. Somehow stays inside the park once again. Off the bat, Lanzilli thought he had home run number 5. As it turns out, 4th time tonight that Cruz has been able to get the put out deep out in center field, this time in left center.
Thankfully for the Tigers, this park is playing big tonight. That's, as you said, at least the 4th time the Razorbacks have hit one we thought was out of here, but Cruz is able to track it down again. No wind at all to speak of. That might be contributing to the fact that the ball is not flying out of here.
A big second out. And now we'll see Michael Turner. Turner aboard on a fielder's choice. Drove in the first run of the ball game when Wallace came in to score. Earned a walk in the 3rd inning. First delivery, a called strike from Hilliard. It's 0-1. Tigers still looking for their first hit tonight against Connor Nolan. Travinski, Stevenson, top of the order. Morgan due up in the top of the 6th inning. The 0-1 outside and low. Fastball missing from Hilliard. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that was in fact pitch number 100 for Mikael Hilliard.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first for the Razorbacks. Turner awaits the left-handed hitter, and the pitch called strike on the outside corner. Hilliard again gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So now this is his season high for pitches thrown in a game at 101. His previous high was 100. He threw 100 pitches in the game at Florida in 5 2/3 innings back on March 26th.
Looking for an out pitch here with 2 outs, a runner at first. Trying to keep it a 2-0 Arkansas lead. We battle here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-2 to Turner. Stays away and it misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Turner now ready to go with the bat. Hilliard looks into Travinski. And time called as Turner will step out. And now we get a warning from Cedric Coleman as Hilliard warned about the 22nd pitch clock. Reset the pitch clock at 20 seconds. It will start to run as Hilliard steps up on the rubber. The 2-2 called strike 3. Breaking ball, and it doesn't look like Turner was expecting that. Did not pick the bat up off the shoulder, and Mikael Hilliard picks up his 5th strikeout on the night. Another strikeout brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. Arkansas unable to do anything with a 1-out single. They get no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. We now go to the top of the 6th inning. Tigers trailing 2-0 to Arkansas on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Tigers come to the plate here in the top of the 6th inning, trailing 2-0. Connor Nolan, the starting pitcher for the Razorbacks, has been magnificent thus far. Throwing no-hit baseball. Travinski swings and misses, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayden grounded out to the shortstop. Jalen battles his first time up. 1-1 the count. Nolan to the plate. Fouled off into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes after the Rotolo's foul ball off the bat of Hayden Travinski. Fans, H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. Here's the 1-2. Oh, gonna catch him. Got him in the arm, maybe the elbow guard. You heard that pop. Travinski appears to be all right. He will slowly walk down to first base as he wore that one on the offering from Nolan. First hit by pitch of the series and adds another total to LSU, which is, I'm running out of what the number is. Bill, we closing in on 80 yet?
Yeah, we're there. We're almost there. I think that I'll double check. I believe we're at 75. That was number 75 on the year. Of course, the Tigers entered the weekend leading the nation in hit batters.
So the Tigers get their second base runner aboard. Again, not by hit, but hit by pitch. A walk given up by Nolan to Trey Morgan. And now the hit by pitch to Travinski. And we'll see Josh Stevenson. Freshman stands in, swing and a miss. Off-speed delivery from Nolan, and it's 0-1. Stevenson grounded out to the first baseman Peyton Stovall unassisted. His first time up in the third. And the Tigers hoping maybe third time through the lineup they can find the answer, solve the riddle of Connor Nolan. Showing bunt, Stevenson brings it back, pitches inside. Evens up the count 1-1.
And that is in fact number 75 for LSU in the hit by pitch category. Just the second time this year that Travinski has been hit.
1 ball, 1 strike to Stevenson. Getting his 14th at bat of the year, batting .303. The 1-1, swing and a miss, falls behind 1-2.
Connor Nolan has now hit 6 batters on the year.
Travinski, not a threat to steal, will take a lead 2 steps off the first base bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stevenson. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. The pitch, foul tip, stays alive. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fans, remember, when the Tigers win, you win. Just enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball victory, and you'll receive 50% off your online order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Stevenson behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nolan fires. Called strike 3. On the inside corner. Connor Nolan with his 6th strikeout of the night. And there's 1 gone here in the top half of the 6th inning. Turns the order over. We'll see Trey Morgan for the 3rd time tonight. Trey, a ground out to second, earned a walk, but left stranded at first base back in the 4th inning. Again, no hits against Connor Nolan. Travinski at first base. Nolan to the plate. Misses outside with a fastball. 1-0.
And his pitch count is now at 80. So he's still got plenty left in the tank right now as he works in the 6th inning.
52 strikes thrown by Connor Nolan tonight. The pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Morgan didn't agree, but it's 1-1. One out, runner on at first. The 1-1. Foul towards the third base dugout of LSU. It's now 1-2 to Morgan.
Meanwhile, it looks like right-hander Bryce Collins is now throwing in the LSU pen. We may see Collins to start the bottom of the 6th inning for the Tigers as McHale's pitch count over 100 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Travinski down at first base. Morgan at the plate. 1 out, top of the 6th. Nolan fires off speed and a racing foul ball down the third base line. Another Rotolo's foul ball keeps the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliability under 100 horsepower tractor in the USA. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota. 1-2 the count to Morgan. The left-hander awaits. Nolan fires. Just missed the inside corner. Good eye by Morgan. A lot braver than you and I, Bill Franquez, and it works the count 2-2.
He appeared very confident in letting that pitch go by, even stepped away from the plate.
Tigers with a runner at first base. That's all they've been able to muster on 2 occasions. This one misses inside again, a little farther off the inside corner. Will fill the count now to Trey. 3-2. Nolan has given up 2 base runners tonight. 1 walk to Morgan back in the 4th. And they hit by pitch to Travinski to start this one in the top of the 6th. Morgan readies the bat. Nolan from the stretch to the plate. Swing and a miss. And on the hands. Morgan couldn't find it. 7th strikeout of the night for Connor Noland, and there are 2 gone here in the top of the 6th. We'll see Dylan Cruz. Obviously, Dylan Cruz, the ability to tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. 9 home runs on the year. 10 sounds so much better. Fouled out down the first base line in the 1st. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning to Nolan. He's got a runner on at first base, but 2 outs. The pitch. Missing low at the knees. Ball 1 with a fastball. Travinski with a lead off first base. The 1-0. Ground ball, base hit left of second base, and the Tigers have their first hit of the night against Connor Nolan. It comes with 2 outs, and it comes off the bat of Dylan Cruz. Runners now first and second. 2 outs, and we'll see Jacob Berry come to the plate. So the no-no is over for Connor Nolan. Able to hold it until 2 outs, going 5 2/3.
Yeah, tremendous outing so far for Nolan. Let's hope that that Cruz base hit maybe opens up some things for this LSU offense.
Jacob Berry will swing the bat. He lined out to Robert Moore at second, his first at bat in the 1st inning. And was one of those 7 strikeouts tonight to Nolan back in the 4th. Travinski at second. Cruz, big lead off first. Nobody holding him on with 2 outs as Nolan will spin around and fake the throw to second base. Again, it's interesting. You come here on the road, raucous atmosphere. That's the reputation of Baum-Walker Stadium. But again, Mikael Hilliard's given up 2 runs. Just 1 of those earned. 3 hits tonight, and this place really has been kept quiet. Here's a base hit off the bat of Berry into right field. They're going to wave around Travinski. Lanzilli throws, going to be cut off, and the throw home not in time. An RBI single off the bat of Jacob Berry, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Now runners first and third for the Fighting Tigers. Back-to-back singles off Connor Nolan, and Jacob Berry delivers. RBI number 35, and he's cut the Arkansas lead in half, and that's going to bring a mound visit out of the dugout for Arkansas.
Wow, no hitter through 5 2/3 innings, and suddenly the Tigers with back-to-back base hits after Travinski led off the inning with a hit by pitch, and LSU has cut the lead in half, now down by just 2-1. With Cade Doty coming to the plate, runners at first and third, Tigers trying to tie or take the lead here.
Again, clutch hitting, timely hitting with 2 outs in the inning. It's a solid foundation of what Coach Jay Johnson wants in his program. Credit Dylan Cruz and Jacob Berry. Travinski coming in to score. Cruz now at third, Berry at first base, and we'll see Cade Doty. Doty tonight 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 he got caught looking. But maybe a little slight tear in the armor for Connor Nolan. See if Doty can handle him the 3rd time facing Nolan. First pitch, ground ball, foul down the third base line, a little bouncer, and it's 0-1.
Arkansas shifting its defense to the left. The only defender on the right side is Stovall, the first baseman. He's holding Berry on, so there's a huge hole on the right side of the infield.
Nolan comes set with runners first and third, the 0-1. Missed low, good eye by Cade, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch, slam, base hit, gets by a diving, battles it short. Coming in to score is Dylan Cruz. Back-to-back hits, Cade Doty with an RBI single, and we're tied at 2-all.
Boy, more clutch two-out hitting from the Tigers. 3 straight singles, including RBI singles by Berry and Doty, and LSU has suddenly tied this game. And we talked about how the crowd was pretty quiet so far tonight. It's gotten even quieter here as LSU finally has made some headway against Connor Noland.
Still 2 outs. 2 runs scored by LSU here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. Runners first and second now for the Tigers, and we'll see Josh Pearson, the left-hander. Pitch delivered and a base hit to right field. Ropes it through the grass. The wave around Berry. The throw coming up the line off the mark. Sliding in safely is Berry, and the Tigers take a 3-2 lead. How about back-to-back singles? Pearson with the RBI. Picks up number 10 on the year. And the Tigers now not only lead the game, they've out-hit the Razorbacks 4-3.
Wow, what a turnaround. As you know, Chris, Jay Johnson always maintains that at some point in the game, he feels like this offense is going to break loose against any pitcher. It may take a while, but eventually they come around, and they have certainly come around here in this 6th inning.
Through 5 2/3, Connor Noland had a no-no. Since the Tigers got the second out, he's given up 3 runs on 4 hits. Tigers still have runners first and third. Doty at third, Pearson with the RBI single at first base. And we'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Noland, the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Trailing back is Webb. Now he'll stop. He's got it for out number 3. But LSU comes alive in the top of the 6th inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. They now lead Arkansas 3-2. Razorbacks come to bat next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
As Mikhail Hilliard is done for the night. Mikhail with a courageous effort leaves the game with LSU holding the lead as Bryce Collins takes over on the mound for the Tigers. He's been very effective in SEC action so far this year. In previous outings, he's come in with the Tigers trailing, but tonight he enters the game with a 3-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And wow, what an uproar there, or an eruption by the Tiger offense, Chris, to take the lead.
3 runs on 4 hits. Just when it looked like Connor Noland was unhittable.
Yeah.
LSU with 4 straight singles. Again, got started with Hayden Travinski hit by a pitch. He got aboard, then 2 outs. And then LSU went to work. They lead now 3-2. Bryce Collins will get it started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Braden Webb, the center fielder, a right-handed hitter. Face the right-handed throwing of Collins. Time called as Webb steps out. Now he'll dig back in. First delivery from Collins. Called strike. Nice breaking ball that fooled Webb. He thought about going around but held back. 0-1. Collins, the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball over the plate. 0-2. Now Webb guessing.
That one floated over at 70 miles per hour. Bryce Collins can be extremely effective with those off-speed pitches.
Webb awaits behind in the count. Collins, the pitch. Another breaking ball. Just missed a little low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, but a nice 0-2 pitch.
10th appearance of the year for Bryce Collins, the right-hander, the transfer from Arizona. He's 1-0 with a 1.76 ERA.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to Webb. Outside and low, gets away from Travinski and evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Collins has worked 15 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 earned runs on 12 hits. He's walked 10 and struck out 18.
Collins looks in. The 2-2 just missed the outside corner. Webb putting it in the hands of home plate umpire Mark Winters, and he works it full 3-2. Collins got ahead 0-2. Now a full count. Webb awaits. Hit in the air, right center field. Dylan Cruz coming over. He's been busy out there tonight, and he will settle under it. Squeeze it for out number 1. And Webb retired.
Tigers bullpen still active as lefty Riley Cooper and right-hander Trent Bittmeyer are throwing. Collins off to a good start, though, retiring Webb, the Hogs' top power hitter.
That'll bring up Robert Moore, the second baseman. We called his name a lot earlier tonight defensively at second base. He's made some spectacular plays, including one that will certainly make the highlight reel, robbing Braden Joe Bear in the second inning of what's sure to be a base hit, was not to be. And he'll take the first breaking pitch and send it foul down the line into the seats in right, and it's 0-1.
We mentioned earlier that Collins has pitched very well in recent SEC outings, particularly against Florida a few weeks ago.
The 0-1. Fastball at 92, but misses low.
In fact, Collins in 3 prior SEC appearances has an ERA of 1.12. In 8 innings, he's allowed just 1 run on 5 hits with 10 strikeouts.
With 1 out, the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner. The fastball at 93 from Collins. And once again works ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, that change in speed from 92-93 to a 70-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. The 1-2. Fastball low and away. Evens the count 2-2 now to Robert Moore.
Collins is a guy that was highly touted as a high school recruit, recruited by Jay Johnson to Arizona, but suffered some injuries throughout his Arizona career. But now he's working his way back to health. He could be a real asset.
2-2 missed away. Again, fastball offering will fill the count. So after getting ahead for the second straight batter, it's a full count. Again, the Tigers instituting the defensive shift. 3 infielders right of second base. To the left-handed hitting Robert Moore. Payoff delivery. Skips off the top of the plate. Gets away from Travinski. Moore showing out, sprinting down the first base line as if he was going to try to go to second. Didn't fool Travinski. But a 1-out walk represents a possible tying run for Arkansas. And we'll see Jalen Battles, strikeout victim on 2 occasions to starter Mikhail Hilliard. Both looking. Stand in now with 1 out. His Razorbacks trailing LSU 3-2. And before the next pitch, Jay Johnson going to call for time. Make his way out to the mound. And they'll call the Hogs again. Everybody smiling. Raising their hands.
He's got Bittmeyer and Cooper out there right now in the pen if he chooses to make a change.
He'll bring the entire infield in. They'll meet on the mound. Walk by Collins to Robert Moore, has him at first base. Again, Battles 0 for 2 on the night. In fact, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. In fact, you can go back so far. Again, Mikhail Hilliard in his start. The one thing you can't say is he wasn't hurt badly. The top 3 in the order for Arkansas, the only ones with hits tonight. The rest of the order 0 for. And Coach Johnson going to make a call to the bullpen. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Tell you about the new Tiger pitcher and get back to it here. LSU leading 3-2 over Arkansas. We battle here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A runner on and 1 out when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Just about set to get back to action here at Baum-Walker Stadium. LSU now leading 3-2. They trailed 2-0 until the top of the 6th inning. Starter Connor Nolan had a no-hitter going after 5 2/3, but LSU with another 2-out rally. Got a runner aboard on a hit by pitch to Travinsky. Then Dylan Cruz, Jacob Berry, and Josh Pearson, along with Jordan Thompson, coming to the plate, and LSU able to strike for 3 runs, and again lead by a single digit as LSU will make a call to the bullpen. They'll go to the veteran. The old man on the pitching staff, Trent Vittmeyer, takes over. Runner at first for Arkansas and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tiger fans, remember, show off your team spirit at the game or even while you're at home. Visit Cox.com/Tigers. Take a selfie with your favorite Tiger. Cox, we're LSU fans 24/7. Jalen Battles at the plate, awaiting the first pitch from Vittmeyer. Here it comes. Missing outside. The breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes.
23-year-old Trent Vittmeyer, the right-hander from Pittsburgh, now on the mound for the Tigers. He's 1-0 with a 1.06 ERA, making his 12th appearance of the year.
Arkansas with Moore on a walk down at first base. Runner goes, the 1-0, ground ball, and Thompson sliding, knocks it down, picks it up, but will put it in his pocket. Infield single off the bat of Battles, his first hit of the night. That's the 4th hit of the game for Arkansas. Runners safe first and second. And again, a wise decision by Thompson. No chance to get Battles down the line, and no need to rush a throw and possibly give Arkansas another base with Moore, who's ready to go if you give him that opportunity. So runners first and second now with 1 out. Tigers looking for a double play if possible to keep a 3-2 lead as the first baseman, freshman Peyton Stovall, stands in. Stovall tonight, last at bat, lined out to Josh Pearson in right field. Time is called as Stovall will step out.
And Stovall hit the ball very hard in his last plate appearance against Mikhail Hilliard. A laser, but right at Pearson.
Now time called. Travinski going to go out, visit with Vittmeyer.
And Riley Cooper still in the bullpen, and both Stovall and Gregory are left-handed batters. So we'll see if Jay goes ahead and makes the change, and I think he will.
He's coming out now. And it looks like Coach Johnson going to make another change. And instead of calling the Hogs, here come the Boo Birds at Baum Walker. Some of them trying to call the Hogs now. Now they'll do it. So again, with one out, Vittmeyer comes in, gives up the infield single. And with a left-hander, Stovall coming up to the plate. And they see Cooper for a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Now home plate umpire Mark Winters out there trying to speed up the process, help force the decision. Coach Johnson right now will make the signal, and the Tigers will make a second pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brought to you by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We'll see the crafty left-hander, Riley Cooper. You can tell it by the mane in the wind as he makes his way to the mound. 3-2 LSU leads. Back to Fayetteville after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network. No surprise, we've got a battle here in Northwest Arkansas on this Thursday night, game one. Razorbacks and Tigers, LSU trailing 2-0. And in the top of the 6th inning, the Tigers explode for 3 runs after finally getting to Razorback starter Connor Nolan. LSU going matchups here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Make another call to the bullpen. Mikhail Hilliard would get the start. Bryce Collins would come in. Trent Vittmeyer would face a batter, gives up an infield single. Now they'll go to Riley Cooper, the left-hander with a left-handed hitting. Peyton Stovall at the plate. Again, the Razorbacks with runners first and second. Moore would pick up a walk. Battle single to the shortstop, Jordan Thompson. And now we'll see Stovall, who tonight is 0 for 2 in the 8th spot of the lineup. The freshman left-hander awaits. Cooper fires, and the pitch misses outside off speed, and it's 1-0.
Cooper is 2-1 this season, 3.00 ERA, 16th appearance of the year, 15th in relief, 18 innings. He's given up 6 earned runs on 18 hits. He has 13 strikeouts, 4 walks.
Cooper going to fake the throw to first. Morgan not playing at first base. He's a good 20 feet behind the first base bag, hugging the line to Stovall, the left-handed hitter. Thompson playing just left of second base. Doty deep in the hole at second. There's a strike on the outside corner. Another breaking ball from Cooper to even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
On the year, left-handed batters are hitting .217 against Riley Cooper.
One and one the count. Stovall looks into the dugout. Now he's ready. Cooper brings it. The 1-1. Low and outside, ball 2.
It does appear that Arkansas will pinch hit for Zach Gregory, the number 9 hitter who's left-handed. They have a right-handed batter on deck now.
Cooper, the 2-1. There's a strike to even it up. The fastball on the outer half makes it 2-2.
91 miles per hour on that fastball from Riley Cooper. Again, what makes him so effective is his ability to change speed and mix his pitches. He can throw 4 different pitches for strikes.
One out, runner second and third, or rather first and second. Check that. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball sails away from the left-hander. That'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Drake Varnado appears to be the pinch hitter standing on deck. The freshman, Texas native, finished his high school career at IMG Academy. But first, Peyton Stovall stands in. Full count, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a piece, but held on to by Travinski, and Cooper with a huge strikeout. Recording out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. That strikeout brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. Now, as the pinch hitter, a right-hander, comes in for Gregory, the left-handed hitter, Jason Kelly, the pitching coach, going to come out. He's going to talk it over with Cooper and the infield here.
Wow, Riley just reared back and fired a heater that time to Peyton Stovall. It read 95 on the radar gun. I don't think that's quite accurate.
I think it's adding a few MPHs, if you know what I mean.
Exactly, but Stovall could not find it. Quick meeting now from Jason Kelly as he jogs back to the third base dugout.
Varnado, the pinch hitter, will bat for the 14th time this year. He's 5 for 13 in previous at-bats. A .308 average. A double, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. He has driven in 4 runs, scored 5 times. He's got more at second, battles at first. The pitch from Cooper low and inside at the ankles, and it's 1-0. 3-2 LSU leads. Trailed 2-0. Looked like they had no answer offensively, but plated 3 runs on 4 hits in the top half of this frame to take the lead. Here's the 1-0. Sent back foul out of play. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. As the radar gun here at Baum Walker, when you hit 95 or above, it goes from yellow to red.
I noticed that.
But I'm not sure Cooper's throwing 95 miles an hour. But we'll take it. We can only report on what they tell us. Here's the 1-1. Another fastball. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Home plate umpire Mark Winters said he broke the plane. Now Varnado falls behind in the count, 1-2. LSU has Joe Bear, Travinski, and Stevenson, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, due up in the top of the 7th. Game 1 of a pivotal SEC West battle here in Fayetteville. 2 outs, the 1-2. Misses high, eye level. That time the fastball, 92 from Cooper. That's more like it. 2-2 the count. Under the lights. Temperature 54 degrees and clear skies. With 2 outs, the 2-2. Called strike 3, letter high fastball. And Cooper. Excellent job, comes in, records 2 punch outs, and Arkansas leaves 2 men on. And they trail 3-2 to LSU. Tigers come to the plate as we head to the top of the 7th inning. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Good old-fashioned grudge match in SEC West Division baseball tonight here in Fayetteville. 3-2 LSU leads. Tigers able to wiggle out of it thanks to Riley Cooper there in the bottom half of the 6th inning as Arkansas had 2 men aboard. Cooper comes in, gets 2 punch-outs, and now the Tigers come to the plate, and they will face a new pitcher. Connor Nolan had a no-hitter after 5 2/3 tonight, but LSU 4 hits in the top of the 6th inning, plating 3 runs to take the lead. They will now hand it off to Evan Taylor, and we were expecting to see brother-on-brother matchup. Grant Taylor, relief pitcher for the Tigers. His older brother Evan Taylor now will take over for Arkansas in relief of Nolan as the Tigers send up Joe Bear, Travinsky, and Stevenson, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Evan Taylor, one of the older brothers of Grant Taylor. Also, Colin Taylor is another Taylor brother who pitches in college baseball. He pitches over at UAB. But Evan Taylor is left-handed on the mound now for Arkansas. The senior, 6'4", 250 pounds, out of Florence, Alabama.
So Joe Bear, the left-handed hitter, stands in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Taylor, the left-hander, fires, missing away. Fastball at 95, and it's 1-0. Joe Bear tonight again robbed of a single back in the 3rd on a great play by Hog second baseman Robert Moore. He was caught looking in the 5th inning by Nolan. One of 7 strikeouts for the Razorback starter. The 1-0. Another fastball, this one missing the low to Joe Bear, and it's 2 balls, no strikes.
Evan Taylor is making his 12th appearance of the year for Arkansas. He's 2-0 with a 2.77 ERA.
Two balls, no strikes. The pitch to Joe Bear. That's a good one, a fastball. Right at the belt, and it's 2-1. I have to imagine somewhere in the crowd tonight, the Taylor family may be a house divided. Be interested to know who's wearing purple, who's wearing red. 2-1 the count to Joe Bear. Pitch swung on and fouled, drops into the dugout of Arkansas first base side, and it's 2-2.
I do know because I asked Grant specifically before the game.
that's right, Bill.
Where's your family sitting? He said, well, since it's an Arkansas home game, they're sitting behind the Arkansas dugout. So,
okay.
So, but obviously,
see if we see any purple.
Yeah, they've got some purple in their system, though.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Joe Bear. Pitch from Taylor, beautiful breaking ball. Over the plate, Joe Bear down on strikes for the 2nd straight time. He knew it, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the 7th. And we'll see Hayden Travinsky. This will be a lefty on righty matchup.
So Evan Taylor, so far entering tonight, has worked 13 innings, given up just 4 earned runs on 8 hits. He's walked only 2 and struck out now 17 on the year.
Travinsky stands in. First pitch, fastball for a strike. 96 says the gun, and it's 0-1. Now, if I were guessing, I would say, Bill, with Grant being the younger of the 3 playing college baseball, that mom is wearing purple and gold. But I could be wrong. The 0-1. There's another beautiful breaking ball across for a strike. Evan Taylor jumps ahead early, 0-2 to Travinsky.
Great family. The 3 boys, and there's a younger daughter, a girl, sister younger than Grant, who's a great athlete as well.
1 out and an 0-2 count. Travinsky awaits. Taylor fires, missing outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Little sister plays volleyball. She's still in high school.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Buckled the knees of Travinsky. Called strike 3, and there's 2 gone. And Taylor looks impressive early on. It'll be up to Josh Stevenson. Again, the Tigers able to get a rally going there with 2 outs in the inning in the top of the 6th. And it'll be up to the freshman Stevenson to try to stay alive and get to the top of the order, with the LSU Tigers leading 3-2. But a good, solid fastball in the low to mid 90s for Taylor, and a wicked breaking ball. And there it is. First offering to Stevenson, called strike 0-1.
Final line on Connor Nolan. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, 4 hits. He walked 1, struck out 7 through 94 pitches.
The 0-1.
Oh.
Chases a breaking ball way away. Broke way outside to the left-handed hitting Stevenson, and it's 0-2. Taylor looks in. He's ready to go. Stevenson will dig back in. 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Evan Taylor winds. Here's the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Good eye by Stevenson. Had ideas, but holds back, and it's 1-2. What a great game. No surprise. Should make for a great weekend here in Fayetteville if you love college baseball. The 1-2 right down the middle. Off speed, just above the knees. And Evan Taylor impressive coming out of the bullpen. Tigers go quietly 3 up and 3 down, and Taylor comes away with 3 punch-outs. Strikes out the side. We now move to the bottom of the 7th. They stretch it out here at Baum-Walker Stadium. Tigers lead 3-2. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Arkansas here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Top of the order, Caden Wallace takes the first offering from Riley Cooper. Smacks it into left field. Drops down in front of Stevenson. So a leadoff single by Wallace. His second hit of the day. And Razorbacks with the potential tying run aboard quickly here as we'll see Brady Slavens again. Slavens the DH, 1 for 2. Again, most of the damage, no surprise, coming from the top 3 in the order. In fact, you got to go down to Jalen Battles, the shortstop, who's 1 for 3, sitting in the 7th spot. The only other Razorback outside of Wallace, Slavens, and Lanzilli with a hit. First delivery from Cooper off the outside corner. The breaking ball good for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Devin Fontenot has been throwing in the LSU pen. He is still down there, and he's joined now by another right-hander.
Wallace again a threat to steal. 10 of 11 on the year. He'll extend a 3.5-step lead off the first base bag. Again against the left-hander Cooper. Here's a swing and a miss. Got Slavens to chase this breaking ball, tailing away. And it's 0-2.
Now Fontenot is joined by Eric Razelman. So the 2 right-handers warming in the LSU pen.
0-2 the count to Slavens. Cooper comes set. The pitch outside. Slavens stays away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slavens on the night, caught looking in the first by Hilliard, earned a walk in the 3rd, had a base hit last time in the 5th frame. Travinski sets up outside. The pitch thrown right there and just missed the outside corner with a fastball. Cooper thought it would have been and should have been strike three. He'll have to regroup. 2-2 the count. Three to 2 LSU leads. Bottom of the 7th inning. Cooper going to toss slowly over to first base. Gives us a moment to pause 10 seconds. Station identification. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Back with you inside the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Oh, he got Slavens to swing at one eye level. High and tight on the delivery from Cooper, and Slavens can't believe he went for the swing. Cooper with a huge strikeout there. His third in relief. And with one out, still a runner aboard, and we'll see the right fielder, Chris Lanzilli. Lanzilli also with a base hit, came back in the first inning. A couple of flyouts, one to center, one to left, his last two at bats. Wow. You see elevated fastballs get swung at, but not many times in that position. This time Cooper, another fastball, misses high and outside, and it's 1-0.
And Slavin's very upset with himself afterwards. That pitch was up around the eyebrows.
Almost caught the visor of his helmet. 1-0 the count. And again, Cooper going to throw over. Keep an eye on Wallace, who is the leading base stealer for the Razorbacks. Tigers tonight 3 runs on 4 hits. All 3 runs and all 4 hits coming in the top of the 6th inning. Arkansas 2 runs on 5 hits. The Tigers half committed an error. Came back in the bottom of the first, allowing Arkansas eventually to score the first run in Wallace to take a 1-0 lead. Again, Cooper will make the throw over to Morgan. That'll bring out the Bronx cheer here at Baum Walker Stadium.
We saw evidence of Lanzilli's power early in the game. He hit one to the deepest part of the park that Cruz caught just in front of the wall.
Oh, for sure off the bat it looked gone. Cooper again will toss over. Arkansas fans will begin the boos again. Although they obviously, Bill, don't have the stat sheet in front of them where Wallace is 10 for 11 in stolen bases.
I think they'd be aware of the fact that Wallace can run.
And that would be part of the strategy if you're Riley Cooper and LSU. But nobody ever likes that. Here's the 1-0, way upstairs and outside. And Cooper falls behind 2-0. Fans finding healthcare shouldn't require extra innings. That's why Our Lady of the Lake makes it convenient to fit care into your busy schedule. Learn more at olrmc.com/video visits. Proud to be the official healthcare provider of LSU athletics. Lanzilli, a 2-0 count. Cooper to the plate. Popped up into the air, right center field. Josh Pearson, the freshman, calls for it, and he will have it. And records the second out of the inning. Lanzilli retired. And we'll see Michael Turner, the cleanup hitter. Senior coming in batting .333. Tonight 0 for 2. Aboard on a fielder's choice that drove in the first run of the ball game back in the first inning. A walk, and was caught looking in the 5th.
And Arkansas fans won't want to hear this, but I think we're going to see a few more throws over to first base now, especially with 2 outs.
Lefty on lefty matchup as Turner stands in, and there's the first throw over to first by Cooper. Again, it's just smart baseball. You want to keep Wallace in this situation in a 1-run ball game tied as close to first base as you can get him. He'll extend his lead, 3.5 steps off the first base bag. Cooper to the plate, and the fastball down the middle. And it's 0-1. looks in. Now will come set. Looks to first base. And again, will throw over as Wallace had extended his lead.
You're right. You want to keep him as close to the bag as you can because Wallace runs very well. And if the ball is hit into the gap, he'll score easily from first base if he has a good jump.
Yeah, again, it's got nothing to do with stolen bases. That's part of it. But it's also not allowing him to get a big lead. Here's a base hit, and Thompson knocks it down behind the second base bag, but can't glove it. Falls down. There'll be no throw, and an infield single off the bat of Turner puts runners first and second. Again with 2 outs, and again Thompson able to get to it, keep it in the infield, but that's the second time tonight that if you're just able to glove that ball cleanly, you're out of the inning. That's one of those non-plays.
Yeah.
Again, wasn't easy by any stretch of the
Right.
imagination. But if you're able to pull that one, you're back in the dugout.
Yeah, not a routine play, but a play I'm sure that Jordan feels like he should have made. They had him played perfectly. Thompson was playing right up the middle behind the second base bag, and that's exactly where Turner hit it. Jordan had to go to his left a step or two. Probably should have fielded it and made the play, but he was unable to, and they do rule it a base hit.
Here comes the Boo Birds now. Jay Johnson going to come out to the mound. Again, he's got arms at the ready in the bullpen. And it looks like we may have a change here with 2 outs. And coming to the plate, Braden Webb, the right-handed hitting center fielder. And again, Mark Winters, our home plate umpire, will begin his walk to the mound to try to elicit a decision from the LSU skipper.
He's got Razelman and Fontenot in the pen. He's going to go to one of them right now.
So the Tigers will make another pitching change here. Again, it's key, you should know. Tigers trying to keep the pitch count down for all of the guys coming out of the bullpen with another 2 games remaining in this series. So we'll see a new Tiger pitcher. We'll tell you about him after this pitching change. Powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 3-2, LSU leads. Arkansas with runners first and second, and 2 outs when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network. (3-2) LSU leads here in game 1 over Arkansas. Tigers make another change. Devin Fontenot going to take over for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Arkansas with a threat, runners first and second, 2 outs. Fontenot just got to find the final out of the inning. Get the Tigers back in the dugout. It'll have to come against Braden Webb, the number 5 hole hitter, who on the night so far is 0 for 2. Got aboard on a walk with the bases loaded, drove in a run to give Arkansas a 2-0 lead back in the 3rd inning.
Devin Fontenot, the graduate right-hander out of the Woodlands, Texas, on now for the Tigers. as he relieves Riley Cooper. Fontenot on the year making his 13th appearance. He is 2-1 on the year, a 3.24 ERA, has 1 save to his credit. In 16 2/3 innings, he's allowed 6 earned runs on 16 hits. He struck out 20. Opponents hitting .254 against him.
Webb stands in. First pitch from Fontenot, swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball that broke across the outer half of the plate. Webb nowhere close with the bat, and it's 0-1. Again, Arkansas has Wallace, plenty of speed at second base. Turner at first base, and the Tigers holding a 3-2 lead. Fontenot from the stretch looks back to second, now to the plate. The 0-1. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Another breaking ball from Devin, and it's 0-2. Can't imagine you'll see anything close to the plate here. Maybe come with a fastball in the mid-90s up in the zone. We'll see. With 2 outs, the 0-2. Missing low and inside. Again, another breaking ball. 3 straight off-speed pitches now to Braden Webb. They've yet to see the heater. It's 1-2.
Devin came in a similar position back in game 2 last weekend at Mississippi State. The Bulldogs had the bases loaded and 2 outs, and he got a big strikeout to end that threat.
2 outs, runners first and second. LSU with a 3-2 lead. Fontenot on the mound. The pitch to Webb. Fouled off out of play. Keeps the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans, you won't believe how much life you can fit into the 2022 RAV4. Just visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com today. So Fontenot will re-rack it here. Ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men on for the Razorbacks. The pitch. Ground ball, could be trouble. Thompson trying to knock it down, does. The runner around third coming. Travinsky can't handle it. The throw is up the line, and we're tied 3-3. Coming in to score, the speed of Wallace ties the game. Well, credit Arkansas. They showed no fear with Wallace at second base. They decided to immediately send him in from third. Thompson again knocks down the baseball. They had to work to get the ball in his hands before firing. It was up the line at third. Easily scoring was Wallace. We got a tie game.
Arkansas taking advantage of the fact that LSU could not close out the inning on what was ruled a base hit for Michael Turner, as Webb comes through down in the count, 2 strikes. The Hogs still in business now with 2 runners on and 2 outs.
Second infield single of the inning. That's going to bring Jay Johnson out of the dugout. Fontenot was ahead in the count. But eventually Arkansas, with the infield single, ties the game. Their 7th hit of the night. They've had a handful of infield singles, and they're going to make a change. Fontenot is done. So it looks like they'll go to Razelman. We'll tell you about him when we come back. Another pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. It's a 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 7th. Tigers looking for the final and 3rd out to get into the dugout. We'll return after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Back to an even affair here at Baum-Walker Stadium. Arkansas able to get the run in to tie the game 3-3. 1 run on 3 hits, including 2 infield singles. Now the Tigers will look to Eric Razelman to try and finally get back in the dugout. After it seems like, Bill Franquez, we've had 2 outs in this inning for an eternity. LSU had the 2-out rally there in the top of the 6th inning to take a 3-2 lead. Arkansas now has returned the favor here in the bottom of the 7th frame.
Third pitcher of the inning for the Tigers, Eric Razelman, now on the mound. The right-hander, transfer from the University of San Francisco. The California native for the Tigers, making his 16th appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with a 1.40 ERA. In 19 1/3 innings, Razelman has given up 3 earned runs on 12 hits. He's walked 9 and struck out 33. Opponents hitting 169 against him, and trying to get LSU back to the dugout, keep this game tied up.
Robert Moore to the plate. Moore tonight in the 6th spot is 0 for 2. Reached on a base in the 6th inning. Runners first and second for the Razorbacks. Razelman fires, and the fastball misses high. 98, the gun says. Again, for those of you listening, I think the gun is juiced a little bit. Although Razelman has hit 98, consistently 96, 97. Razelman rocks twice. Now the pitch. Fastball gets through, gets by Travinsky down in the dirt. Runners advance second to third. Second wild pitch offered up. And now the Razorbacks really applying pressure with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Arkansas led early 2-0. LSU took a 3-2 lead in the top of the 6th. Now the Razorbacks have tied it and threatening here with 2 outs. A 2-0 count to Moore. Razelman fires, and it's fouled back into the screen. Make it 2-1.
On the year, Razelman is allowing just a 148 batting average against left-handed hitters. They're just 4 for 27 against him.
Razelman no stranger to this spot. But has to work from behind here. 2-1 to Moore. The pitch. Ground ball gets by Doty. He went to his left. It came back to his right. Arkansas going to score 2 runs. And they break the stalemate. And again, 3 runs now with 2 outs in the inning. The Razorbacks now lead 5-3. Again, that one absolutely scalded off the bat of Moore. But Doty went to his right. The ball moving to his left, and he just couldn't get a glove on it.
It looked like Kay may have hurt himself as well. He's very slow getting up. He's back on his feet now, but he may have injured himself a little bit. Doesn't appear to be serious, though. That ball was just hit so hard. Started one way, and then when it skidded on that infield dirt, it skidded the other way into the outfield.
So now the Razorbacks back on top 5-3. Runner at first and 2 outs. We'll see Jalen battles the shortstop. The pitch. Fastball misses high. 1-0. Both teams have found the 2-out rallies here in game 1. Arkansas, the beneficiary of a 5-3 lead now. The 1-0 smack to Thompson. He will glove it. Toss to Doty at second. And that will finally get the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Razorbacks take the lead. Almost identical to LSU in the top of the 6th inning. Razorbacks 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1 man on. We now move to the top of the 8th inning. Tigers trailing 5-3 on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Arkansas back on top as we head to the top of the 8th inning. 5-3. Razorbacks lead. The Tigers 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Arkansas 5 runs, 8 hits, and perfect in the field. No surprise. Top defensive team in the SEC. First pitch to Morgan from Evan Taylor. Inside, just missed Trey, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Again, LSU just 1 error tonight, but a couple of those non-plays coming back to bite LSU, especially there in the bottom half of the 7th inning, allowing the Razorbacks to get back on top. The 1-0 down the middle for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Evan Taylor coming in relief of Connor Nolan. Struck out the side there in the top half of the 7th inning. Has been impressive in relief. 1 ball, 1 strike to Morgan. Infield playing straight up, and the breaking ball misses away. 2-1. Taylor looks in, gets the sign from Turner. Here's the 2-1. Hit in the air off the bat, into the bat, out of play, foul ball. Another Rotolo's foul ball, and it's 2-2 now to Morgan.
Arkansas does have a right-hander in its bullpen in case they need to spell Evan Taylor, but Taylor's looked really sharp so far.
2-2 the count to Morgan. The pitch, check swing, and he stays alive. Coach Johnson says he was hit by the pitch and didn't go fully around, and home plate umpire Mark Winter's going to agree. That's going to bring, I believe, Dave Van Horn out, and it will. Johnson came flying off the top step saying he did not go around. That caught him on the hand. Home plate umpire Mark Winters said, yes, sir. And now Dave Van Horn says, hold up a minute. And catcher Michael Turner, for whatever reasons, also in there lobbying on the Razorbacks' behalf. Which, again, I don't know why an umpire would even listen to anybody but the head coach.
Now Turner steps away, and Van Horn continues the discussion.
Morgan right now down at first base, and it looks like Mark Winters is not giving up. Dave Van Horn said his piece and had a little comment from Mark Winters as he walked away. Boy, Jay Johnson, how about that eye from the dugout? Because now we'll have a meeting on the mound here with Evan Taylor. So nobody out and a runner on for LSU, and it looks like they're going to make a change. Arkansas wasting little time. Evan Taylor looked magnificent there in the top of the 7th inning. But they're going to make a change here with Dylan Cruz coming to the plate. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 5-3, Arkansas leads. LSU at the plate with a runner on here in the top of the 8th on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Got a 5-3 ball game. Arkansas leading, top of the 8th inning. LSU at the plate. Trey Morgan hit on the hand on what appeared to be a possible check swing. He was awarded first base. Second Tiger hit by pitch tonight. I believe, Bill, now 76 on the year. So a runner at first, nobody out. Dylan Cruz coming to the plate, and Arkansas electing to use the hook on Evan Taylor and call upon freshman Brady Tigert, the closer for the Razorbacks. The right-hander comes in. Again, Cruz coming to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Had a base hit, came around to score in that 6th inning when LSU took the 3-2 lead. They down by 2 runs now. We'll see Tigert and Cruz battle it out.
Tigert, true freshman from Hernando, Mississippi, has emerged as the Razorbacks closer. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, features a fastball at 92 to 95 miles per hour. His signature pitch, though, is his curveball. It has a very tight curveball that he's been very effective with.
Cruz stands in. Morgan at first base. First pitch from Tigert. Breaking ball on the outside corner makes it 0-1. So now Dylan has seen one of the breaking pitches from Tigert. See if he can pick up on the spin here. Tigert working from the stretch, and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Again, the breaking ball just dropped off away from Cruz, and it's 0-2.
Tigert making his 10th appearance of the year. He has 4 saves. He's 1-1 with a 2.04 ERA, 17 2/3 innings, just 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 26 strikeouts. He's not allowed a homer this year.
The 0-2. Down and away. Nice grab by Turner with a backhand pick to keep it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cruz.
Opponents are hitting just .217 against Tigert. He's only allowed 1 extra base hit, which was a double.
One ball, 2 strikes. Runner on, nobody out. Tigert, the pitch. Missing low, ball 2. 2-2.
Dylan Cruz ignited LSU's 3-run 6th inning with a single, which was the Tigers' first hit of the game.
Has a lot of room with Moore playing just right of second base. With Stovall holding Morgan on at first. Here's the 2-2. Way outside, nearly took Turner and his glove. He just got out there and grabbed the baseball, and that'll fill the count 3-2. Again, the breaking ball. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Second offering, a swing and a miss. Cruz stands back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Dropping quickly and will bounce in front of Braden Webb for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Dylan Cruz. Takes the payoff pitch and drives it to center field. That'll bring up Jacob Berry. So maybe again, Dylan Cruz, as Bill mentioned, got it started there in the top of the 6th. Gets the hit off Tigert. The Tigers now with 2 men on. Berry followed Cruz in the top of the 6th with a base hit in his own right. Drove in a run. (5-3) Arkansas leads. LSU trying to apply pressure here in the top of the 8th inning. 5th hit of the night for the Fighting Tigers. Tigert looks back to second. Now the pitch. Strike on the inside corner with a breaking ball to the left-handed hitting Berry, and it's 0-1.
Jacob Berry entered this game as LSU's leading hitter. He's batting .390 against right-handed pitching this year.
Tigert looks to second. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. 94-mile-an-hour fastball gets by Berry, and it's 0-2. Tomorrow these two teams back at it. 6 o'clock first pitch. Airtime coming your way at 5:30. Again, nobody out for LSU. Runners first and second. An 0-2 count to Jacob Berry. Tiger comes set. The pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat. Slow roller to the third base dugout. Rotolo's foul ball, and it stays 0-2.
Berry's also been a very good clutch hitter for the Tigers. He is 16 for 45, a .356 average with runners in scoring position.
Again, with runners first and second, they have Battles and Moore playing close to second base in the middle infield. Stovall 10 feet behind the bag at first base, but a lot of real estate. Berry can pull this one. Down on the count, 0-2. The pitch. Foul, look out, just above the heads of the Tigers in the third base dugout. Comes off the screen, still 0-2. Berry in there battling. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners take their lead first and second with nobody out. The 0-2 hit in the air. Shallow right field. Lanzilli having to come in. The second baseman and Moore can't come up with it. Lost the handle. Coming around is Morgan, and he will come in to score. Miscue in shallow right field. Lanzilli playing deep to Berry near the track. He had no shot. Moore going back at second base, turning, twisting, and the ball comes down and he can't hold on. And the Tigers cut the lead to 1, 5-4. Still nobody out, and runners first and second.
Yeah, not only did Moore, not only was unable to make the catch, then when the ball fell to the turf, he kind of pushed it or kicked it out into towards center field. That allowed Morgan to score. Otherwise, Morgan would have been standing on third base. But after the ball dropped in between Moore and Lanzilli, Moore actually pushed it toward the outfield to give the Tigers their 4th run of the night.
So now LSU down a run, 5-4. Lucky break for the Tigers. Perfectly hit off the bat of Berry. Now Cade Doty to the plate. Still nobody out. Cruz at second. Berry at first base. Doty 1 for 3. Showing bunt. And fouls it off back behind the plate. It's 0-1. Arkansas expecting a bunt. They had Wallace and Stovall playing in at first and third.
Officially, Berry's at bat is ruled a single and an RBI. No error charged on the play.
Take it where you can get it. 6th hit of the night for LSU. They cut the lead to 1. Still nobody out. Doty at the plate. Showed bunt on the first offering from Tiger. Looking to swing. And a little comebacker to the mound. Tiger will pick it up. His play is to first. He will throw to Stovall. And so trying to lay down the bunt, this time a swinging bunt by Doty will advance the runner second and third. So now the potential tying run just 90 feet away with 1 out. We will see Josh Pearson. Pearson delivered the RBI this past weekend, 6 of them in fact. He'll have a shot here to add to his total of 10 on the season. Tonight he's 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 6th inning to pick up an RBI. Got Cruz at third base, Berry at second base. A base hit ties it, possibly gives LSU the lead with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Tiger, the pitch to the plate. Missing high at the letters. Off speed, 1 ball, no strikes.
Josh Pearson, the SEC co-freshman of the week after that fantastic weekend against Mississippi State. 2 home runs, 5 RBI in Sunday's win.
The 1-0. Missing inside. Good discipline at the plate by Pearson. It's now 2-0. 5-4 Arkansas leads. Game 1 on a Thursday night in Fayetteville. The crowd silent here at Baum-Walker Stadium. Tigert looks in. Now the 2-0. Down the middle, a fastball for a strike, 2-1. Pearson now has seen the breaking pitch. He's seen the fastball. See if he can line one up. Possibly tie the game, possibly give the Tigers a lead. Fake throw by Tigert over to third. Dillon didn't move. He'll stay off of the third base bag, just 90 feet away, making him about 87 feet away now with the lead. The 2-1 short of the plate, blocked up by Turner. He'll chase it up the first base line, and it's now 3-1 the count to Pearson.
Tigert is the Arkansas closer. However, they do have another right-hander just tossing casually in their bullpen in case Tigers can continue to apply pressure to Tigert.
3-1 the count. Here's the pitch to the plate. Inside, ball 4. That'll load the bases. And Tigert offers up the base on balls with 1 out. Again, it puts a force play at any base as Jordan Thompson will come in. But before that, we'll have a meeting on the mound with Arkansas. Again, Cruz would single to center field. After Morgan aboard, hit by a pitch, Berry would single on a bloop to right center. Could not be caught by Robert Moore. Scored Morgan to make it a 5-4 game and had runners second and third. And now on the walk, bases are loaded as Mark Winters goes out to hurry up this meeting now. Again, Tigert, as Bill told you, is the closer. He will stay in, although right-hander is furiously tossing out in the bullpen for Arkansas.
The right-hander is Zebulon Vermillion, veteran of this Arkansas staff, a redshirt senior.
So Jordan Thompson to the plate. Thompson tonight in the 6th spot is 0 for 3. Ground out, a fly out, and a line out.
Jordan's definitely due to make something happen at the plate.
Again, Razorbacks, as they have in all 3 previous at-bats, will put on the shift to the left side of the infield. Pitch from Tigert. Hit in the air. Should find the seats, giving chase to Stovall, but he'll run out of room as it's into the seats right field way, and 0-1.
At the very least, the Tigers need Thompson to push a ball into the outfield deep enough to score Cruz from third base. Tie this game up. Base hits even better.
Cruz at third, Jacob Berry at second, Pearson on the walk at first base. 1 out in the 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Tigert. Foul tap comes off the bat of Thompson. Falls behind 0-2. Thompson with 4 home runs on the year, 10 doubles. He's driven in 18 runs. Big moment at the plate here in the top of the 8th with 1 out and the bases loaded. Tigert looks in. Takes his time. Now will kick and fire. The 0-2. Thompson stays alive, just gets a touch of the baseball. Still 0-2 the count.
Now Thompson on the year also has been a pretty good clutch hitter. .333 average with runners in scoring position. He's 10 for 30. Had several big base hits last year as a freshman in run scoring opportunities.
Behind him the count 0-2. Runners take their lead, first, second, and third with 1 out. Tigert rocks and fires. Sent back into the screen. Another foul ball off the bat of Jordan Thompson.
Thompson battling after falling quickly behind 0-2. He's fouled off a couple of pitches as Tigert has an exceptional breaking ball.
Thompson ready at the plate. Tigert comes set. Here's the 0-2. Misses outside. Breaking ball missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job that time by Jordan to lay off that pitch.
Yeah, that broke late to the plate.
It was a good pitch by Tiger.
One and 2 the count. Tiger looks in. Again, the 1-2. Hit and a 1-hopper behind the second base bag. Going to be handled by Moore. The throw to first in time for the double play. And the Tigers are finished here in the top of the 8th. They do get 1 run. They get it on 2 hits, 1 error committed by the Razorbacks, but LSU leaves 3 men on. And they trail by a lone run as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-4, Arkansas leads. Razorbacks to the plate when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Fayetteville. Arkansas holding on by a run, 5-4. Peyton Stovall will lead it off. The left-handed hitting first baseman. Razelman delivers a first pitch fastball missing for ball 1. 1-0. LSU tonight has went to the bullpen. Cal Hilliard went 5 full innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of those earned, 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. The 1-0 from Razelman. This is inside. Another fastball offering. It's 2-0. Bryce Collins would go a third of an inning. No hits, no runs. 1 walk, no strikeouts. Trent Vittmeyer would go, yet to record an out. Gave up 1 hit. His night was done. Here's the 2-0 from Razelman. Down the middle with a fastball for a strike, 2-1. Riley Cooper would go an inning and a third. Gave up 2 hits. 2 runs, both earned, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Fontenot would pitch. Did not record an out, gave up 1 hit and 1 run. Now Eric Razelman with a 2-1 count against Peyton Stovall. This one up the middle, gets by Razelman into center field. The Razorbacks with a leadoff man aboard. Ninth hit of the night for Arkansas. We'll bring up the pinch hitter who checked into left field. He batted Varnado back in the 6th inning. Was caught looking. No bat for the 2nd time. He replaced Zach Gregory, who started the game in left. Razelman looks into the right-handed hitter as Arkansas begins counting the steps by Razelman and showing bunt, fouls it back into the screen behind the plate. and it's 0-1. Again, one of the best moments you'll see going back to last weekend. Mississippi State decided to count the steps of Raiselman, got themselves caught. With 2 outs in the inning, Raiselman trolled him into 8 steps and then struck out the batter. They were cheering, didn't know what to do. The 0-1 showing bunt again down the line. Morgan coming in foul territory. He'll make the grab for out number 1, and Varnado could not lay down the bunt, sends it foul down the first base line. Morgan quickly on it to record out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That'll flip the order over and bring us to Caden Wallace. Wallace, top of the order, 2 for 4 tonight. Picked up a base hit in the first inning. A throwing error allowed him to make it to second. Eventually came around to score the first run of the game. Also had a base hit last time at bat in the 7th inning. With a runner on, the first pitch from Raiselman. Breaking ball, but it misses for ball 1.
Tigers do have a couple of relievers in the pen. As LSU knows it must keep this deficit at 1 run. Jacob Hasty, the lefty, is in the pen, along with Paul Gervais, the big right-hander.
Raiselman, the 1-0. Fastball misses inside. 2-0. Raiselman falling behind the hitters early. Tigers missed on an opportunity there with bases loaded and 1 out. The double play by the Razorbacks. Hinton, after 1 run, plated to cut it to a 1-run game in the top of the 8th. Raiselman misses low with a fastball. Now 3-0 to Wallace. Top of the order has been productive for Arkansas. Wallace 2 for 4. Slavens 1 for 3. Lancilli 1 for 4. Turner 1 for 3. Look at the lineup now. Only Varnado, the pinch hitter, without a hit tonight for the Razorbacks. 3-0 the count with a runner at first and 1 down. Raiselman fires and a strike at the letters to make it 3-1.
Eric, up to this point, just not has been quite as sharp as we've seen him in recent outings.
Runner goes, the 3-1. Called strike, the throw down to second, and the ball gets away from Doty. In with a stolen base. Runner advances to second. Stovall able to get in there. The throw not that bad. Again, I don't know if it would have gotten Stovall, who was a little slow to get up. Now is leaning over. The Razorbacks will send out the trainer now. The throw a little right of second. Ball may have come off the glove of Doty and then on the back of the helmet of Stovall. He appears to be okay, and the trainer will head back to the dugout. So with 1 out, Arkansas with a runner at second base. And a 3-2 count at the plate to Wallace. (5-4) Razorbacks lead. Things getting tight here in the latter innings. Raiselman, the payoff delivery. Slapped back into the screen, foul ball. Things have certainly heated up on the field in the latter innings tonight, but fans, whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice. Colder, cleaner, and longer lasting since 1997. Count on Slow Melt Ice. Check them out at slowmeltice.com, SLOMELTICE.com. 1 out, runner at second. Payoff delivery. Hit in the air to center field. Cruz going back about 5 steps, now moving to his left, settles under it. He'll have the grab. Tagging up, the throw coming in and not in time. Stovall will make it to third with 2 outs on the fly ball out by Wallace.
Time real quick for an update brought to you for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. Take a look around the SEC quickly. Kentucky leads Missouri 15-5, bottom of the 9th inning. Auburn leads Mississippi State 6-5, top of the 9th. Final score tonight, Texas A&M 8, Georgia 1, and Ole Miss final over South Carolina 9-1.
That'll bring up Brady Slavens. Slavens in the 2 spot tonight. 1 for 3. His base hit came in the 5th inning. He's got a couple of strikeouts. 1 in the 1st, 1 last time in the 7th inning. 2 outs, runner at third. Tigers trying to keep it a 1-run game, 5-4. The fastball from Raiselman misses outside, 1-0. 1-0 delivery. Down the middle. Nope. I'll say it missed. Maybe low. 2-0 the count as he got away from Travinski. He'll track it down quickly. Keep Stovall safely at third. Two balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Razorbacks have out hit the Tigers 9-6. They lead on the scoreboard 5-4. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Chase the fastball. Late coming around with Slavens, and it's 2-1.
96 on that one from Eric Razelman.
LSU has Joe Bear, Travinski, and Stevenson, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, due up in the top of the 9th inning. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Another fastball right down the middle, and Slavens couldn't time it out. Evens a count 2-2. Stovall at third base. Singled up the middle, stole second, and then advanced on a fly ball. The 2-2, swing and a miss. It says 99 on the gun. Razelman with the strikeout. His first in relief, brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. At Arkansas with no runs, 1 hit. That man left stranded at third. We go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Fighting Tigers. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up when we return. It's 5-4 Arkansas on the LSU Sports Radio Network. One-0. Swing and a miss. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Joe Bear tonight 0 for 3. Tough luck on a sharply hit baseball, but handled by Robert Moore at second base in the 3rd, and then caught looking in his previous 2 at-bats in the 5th and 7th inning. The 1-1. Big swing off speed. Tiger gets ahead on the swing and a miss. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the Tigers do have some power here, even though in the bottom of the order, Joe Bear with 10 homers on the year, 7 doubles. We've seen his average dip down to 281. Travinski stands on deck. He's 0 for 2 tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Joe Bear. Called strike 3. The fastball on the inside corner. And for the 3rd straight time, Joe Bear down on strikes. 3rd time caught looking. 1 away here in the top of the 9th. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Travinski stands in. The first delivery missing low. Travinski holds back, and it's 1-0 on the breaking ball from Tiger. LSU down early, 2-0. Finally got on track. Broke up the no-hitter in the top of the 6th, scoring 3 runs on 4 hits. The 1-0, big swing, chased the breaking ball that tailed away, and it's 1-1 to Travinski. Arkansas would also have a big inning in the bottom of the 7th to regain the lead after the Tigers had 2 outs and just could not get back in the dugout. Razorbacks 3 runs on 4 hits as well to take a 5-3 lead. Fastball misses outside from Tiger, make it 2-1. LSU would scratch 1 across. Big opportunity there in the top of the 8th. Bases loaded, only 1 out, but a double play ends it for the Tigers after plating 1 run. The 2-1 hit high in the air to center field. Trailing back is Braden Webb. He appears to have room, and shy of the track, he'll have it for out number 2. Just missed it with a bat a little inside near the hands, and Travinski down on the flyout. And now Josh Stevenson, the freshman, with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Razorback fans on their feet. Been a back and forth baseball game tonight. Hotly contested, and the Tigers come down to their final out in the top half of the 9th inning. Tigers' first pitch down the middle for a strike off speed. It's 0-1. Two outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off the bat of Stevenson. And he falls behind 0-2. Tomorrow it's game 2 right back here at Baum-Walker Stadium. First pitch 6 o'clock. Razorback fans can feel it here with 2 outs. And their closer Tiger to head in the count to Stevenson 0-2. Rocks and fires. Missed just high. Stevenson with a very selective eye. Works the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Just missed the outside corner. Again, very selective as Stevenson to work it 2-2. And both of those, if you're not watching, missed by very little from Tiger. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 5-4 Arkansas with the lead. Stevenson at the plate. Tiger, the 2-2 pitch. Foul down the line, will drop into the seats and left. Rotolo's foul ball keeps Stevenson alive with a 2-2 count. Fans, walk-on athletes put everything they've got into the game. Remember, Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 5-4 Arkansas leads. A 2-2 count to Stevenson. Tiger to the plate. Ground ball, bouncer foul right at first base. Still 2-2. Visit a walk-ons.com online and find a location near you. Stevenson, the last hope for the Tigers here in game 1, possibly. With 2 outs. Another 2-2 delivery upcoming from Tiger. Here it goes. Up the middle, base hit, and Stevenson keeps it alive. Stevenson with his first hit of the night with a 2-2 count. Drives it up the middle. and flips the order over to Trey Morgan, who played hero last Friday night in Game 1 against Mississippi State.
Number 18, Trey Morgan.
Morgan atop the order is 0 for 2. Got a walk in the 4th. And it wasn't hit by pitch in the 8th. It was officially ruled catcher interference. That's what put Morgan aboard back in the 1st inning. Or rather 8th inning. So now Morgan stands in, reaching base twice by way of gift from Arkansas. Tigers' first pitch, big swing, and he comes up empty. Got a piece, but a foul ball will make it 0-1. Coming up, following the action on the field, we'll have the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show. Take a look at the final stat line, listen to highlights, check scores and standings around the SEC. Tigers trailing 5-4. And they find a way to come from behind once again. Stevenson at first base. There's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Morgan looking at an 0-1 count. Tiger fires. Again, a foul ball off the bat and off the leg of Morgan, and he falls behind 0-2. Razorback fans again making noise with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The pitch to Morgan, missing high with a fastball is Tiger. It's 1-2. Five series underway on this Thursday night, headed into Easter weekend across the SEC. A lot of people zeroed in on this matchup here in Fayetteville. 2 outs, runner at first, the 1-2 count, top of the 9th. Morgan lifts it to left field. Coming in and making the grab is Bofen. And Arkansas will take Game 1 by a final of 5-4. They keep some distance and stay atop the West Division with the win tonight. Arkansas now 26-7. 9-4 in SEC play. The Tigers come up short, 23-10 their overall mark, 7-6 now in the SEC. Tigers come up short to Arkansas here in Game 1. Coming up, we'll crank up the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show as we close it up on a Thursday night in Fayetteville. Again, the final, Arkansas 5, LSU 4 here on the LSU Sports